Alright, and according to this, we should be all... Tell me it's
Are we
working.
good?
Yeah, we should be live.
Yep,
It's
there we go. Ha ha
I'm
ha.
gonna say the N word.
Don't!
I'm kidding.
Don't,
oh,
don't give me a
you're not
heart
going to
attack
say it.
like that. That's the last time. Oh shit! Hey yo, G. Hey, I need to put the link out. Hey, you want to help me take care of that, Gigi? You wouldn't mind putting the
Self
link out?
promo.
No,
Self.
don't. That's like, Gigi, if you just wouldn't mind just sharing this around, because I can't exit the thing for fear of people seeing Discord.
Yeah, give me a sec. You need to find your channel and then find the live.
Hopefully not Steve the live.
Well, Steve's the dead,
Yeah, I was
so.
about to say, you fucking you bet me to the joke, motherfucker.
Wait, he is?
Well, his main channel's dead. Now he's got like Soroka.
Aw.
The fuck is a Soroka?
A jailbird like him.
Ah, alright. Well, I got my phone set up so I could see the live chat, so if we got anyone in here, which I got excited there, that's just me. Cool, the excitement. Why the fuck did I not send this shit out before I started streaming?
Because you're an idiot.
Yeah. Hey, yo, everyone who's watching this in VOD format, if you've made it to this point, yeah, you've been duped. You're gonna have to skip ahead a bit.
Ah.
I might as well be completely upfront with you. I've made a big cock and ball of this.
Oh, you said bad words.
Oh,
No money for
what's
you.
fucking new for my channel? And now the
No
stream
money for
strength is
you.
fucked. Why is it fucked? Because I said bad words.
You said bad words.
We recommend that you use a stream bitrate of 45. I'm sorry, I don't know what that is. Do I fucking look like Mr. Robot? If I did, I'd have a lot of fucking money because I'd be fucking Remy Malik. I wouldn't need to do this live streaming shit, GG. Fuck the lot of you.
Fucking Judy, I like how I clicked on the link to your tweet and then underneath it's like discover more.
Alright, so we're
Tip
2
for giving a
minutes.
child gender affirmation.
So we're, like, what,
Jesus
2 minutes
Christ.
in? I might as well just get this out of the way quickly. So, the whole premise of this live stream is that Twitter Greek. Now, if you remember him, that's because I did a fucking video on the little bastard. Now, he's uploaded a 2-hour interview. I know this is probably coincidence, but I like to think that the cunt knows that I wouldn't dare download a 2-hour video. So, we're gonna have to do it like this, and we're trying to get the viewers in here a bit upkeep so y'all can spread any of the lies that Ruby
So
has pushed.
spread.
Yes, exactly. Oh, hello, Oric. I see Orlick is here. I need to set up mods for my stream.
Ulrich.
Orlick, leave it out. Gee whiz, right. Gee whiz.
You could just say that's the Nordic way of saying Orlick.
Orlick. That's probably something else in like ancient Norse though, bro. Like that could mean like whale penis for all I know.
What the hell?
Yeah, so you're pretty much just
Bro,
called
we should
Orlick
start
here.
calling Orlick whale.
Yeah, good job, GG. See what you did. All right, we
That
got.
wasn't me. That was all you.
All right, you know what? You know what? Fuck this. People aren't coming here to see all this shit. Right. So for whoever is here, here it is. It's the Ruby Violet interview talking about, well, everyone, as you can see listed here, because yeah, you know your boy Sim Killer. Just like in video format, I can't be fucked to read it all. So we're gonna get started on this. It's a long fucking 2 hours. Let's go.
Woo.
Yo guys, welcome back to a brand new episode with me, Sweat Geek. I'm also here with Pika. Hey Pika.
Hi.
Um,
Well, that didn't go
The
well.
fucking cut out.
She got axed. She got fucking axed midway through. Hey, Twitter
Like
Greek.
I said, Hugin has a problem with women.
Yeah, he can't get any. It's a problem that affects a lot of men, actually. Ain't that right, Steve? Anyway.
Basically, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be doing an interview with somebody who is going.
Do you want to know how I know he sims for her too? Look at the pedestal Ruby's on.
Brr.
This is how you can tell that this dude
And
is
he's
like a
tagging her fucking Twitter,
bona fide. What's that Twitter now? Is that her like her what? Her fifth, fourth, sixth one? Like
That's
She has
actually one of her alts.
Yep.
She had to delete one of the main ones that she used.
because she got caught doing something devious.
To
Not the,
I
not
guess
the good kind.
hasn't really been platformed in my opinion in the way that that person should have. That's my opinion over it anyway. A lot of people
Did he say Ruby hasn't been platformed?
Yeah,
This-
like
this
the
is
way
her-
that she should have. It's like, yeah,
This is her third
she
time.
should never have been platformed.
Yeah, but like
again.
regardless, this is like her.
Wait, guys, look at this. Hold on, really quick. Look at the blinking animation for him. It just shades in.
Yeah, look, it's makeup. I told
Yeah.
you with Twitter Greek. He's Greek.
Ew.
AOC, AC, what's good, my brother? Yeah, stick around and lurk in. Pass this on to Ritz, actually, if you ever see him. He might get a laugh out of it. But anyway,
are going to. You'll have a lot of people that are going to either one, they're going to hate me for platforming this person, or they're going to respect the fact of hearing both sides. That's the kind
or
of 50-50.
they're just gonna hate you in general.
well, no, you see, I'll be honest. Let me just say this, right? After the videos that I've made on him, it's like, listen, it's not that I hate you, right? It's just that I think you're an absolute bona fide twonk. That's just what I think you are. I'll explain it later. Because you know damn well Ruby has been platformed not once, not twice, but 3 times. She's been platformed with like Steve, technically her own Twitter and all that. Technically Sen, if you want to include Sen going through all the like the leaks and all that, right? And then now with Hugin. So really, if you look at his sub count here, right, she's literally just settling for Hugin at this point.
Well, I mean, the one with Sin in the leaks, that isn't so much as platforming someone, unless if he was like bringing on and questioning her on the live.
Well, yeah, of course, but it's
But
just
if anything with the Ruby thing right now, just her going to Hugin, she's desperate for a platform.
yeah.
Regardless of whoever she gets it from, she's gonna go.
Oh,
I can get it from
while we're here, let me
Yeah, I
introduce
mean-
let me introduce everyone who's in the stream to the cast of characters that we have today. So obviously it's your resident sim killer doing his usual shenanigans. We also have Gigi Evans here, the faithful and of course well-informed correspondent. And then we have Maid, who is the goblin ship poster.
Hey, I'm only here for like 15 minutes.
Yes,
Let's
exactly.
go.
Right.
I wanted to be part of this.
So let's get this finished.
position that we're in right now. And again, for me, I'm very much for the side of hearing both sides. I've always been this way. I like being fair.
Wait. No, you're not.
Wait,
That's a 180.
Yeah. Yeah, he blocked me on Twitter, so he's not willing
wait,
to
if
hear
that was
both
the
sides.
case, then why did he keep posting the same thing about Sen over and over about the allegation that happened with him?
Wait, never mind that, right?
The only side he wants to hear is Steve's on that one.
But wait a minute.
Yep.
Twitter geek or Greek. Sorry, I got your name wrong. You do realize that you didn't hear Slug's side. You just assumed and you made an ass out of yourself. You didn't hear Sen's side. You tried to hear GG's side, but then your monkey brain took over, and then you blocked them. So whose side are you? I got it. Unless they have a vagina, you won't listen. I get
Yeah,
it
that's
now.
when the both
I
sides
mean,
story
hey, that's
comes
not
in.
true, Sen, because he didn't listen to me.
Oh, that's true. Oh, so you really are fucking Greek. We'll keep this going. We're having fun, people.
And I like hearing out everybody. And
Bollocks.
funnily enough, this interview couldn't have happened at a more perfect time because one of the people that we're going to be talking about today will be Slug. And this person has come under harassment from Slug time and time again. And meanwhile, we'll
Slug
go
harasses
on to
everybody, you're not
places such
special.
as now recording and try and say that,
Yeah,
oh, I
plus
don't
Ruby
think
puts
badly
herself
of
in the
this
Yeah.
person, while
crossfire all the
also
time.
saying that this person
Yep.
should be put in a gas chamber. You all know who I'm talking about is Ruby Violet. Hey, Ruby.
Hello, how's it going?
Not too bad.
Ugh,
How are
she
things
sounds
going
like
for
a
you?
bitch.
Obviously, there's a lot going on Twitter right now. It seems to be popping off over there.
It seems to be. Why does he do? Like, I used to think that Twitter Greek here had like a massive following where he's one way on Twitter but another way on YouTube. And then when I fucking see in this, I was like, oh, that explains how GG's ratioing you on both.
Well, here's the thing. He used to be part of the cult of Salvo and was part of the Salvo News Network before
makes sense.
the piss.
Yeah,
leaks
but like, does
happened.
anyone else, right? And chat, you feel free to participate too on this. Does anyone else feel like that this is like that they've what's the word? They've acted this out, right? They've rehearsed this. Because it's like there's just
Well-
something not right. It's like it feels very fucking.
It is pre-recorded.
Oh,
This wasn't like a live stream.
wait,
this
hold
is
on,
like
hold
a
on.
pod just uploaded.
so see what's happening here, and I'll explain it as condensed as I can. Ruby Violet, serial doxer, criminal stalker, bad person.
She's a
and fan
fucking
of Muse.
schizo.
Yeah, she's a fan of
Oh,
Muse,
yeah.
which explains why she's a fan of Maya. Do you know who Muse is, Simp?
Well, yes, and now sadly I can't listen to them anymore.
Well, not the band. This is like some fucking crazy chick who tried to get a guy charged with false rape accusations.
Oh, so the 21st century. Okay.
Well, here's the thing. It was really demented of what she was doing. Apparently, the dude rented out I think, what was it, a room or a home tour?
All right.
And basically he was being very lenient on the rent. However, she did some like shit that caused her to get kicked out, even though he was very, very generous with her. And she repays his generosity with calling the police on him. Oh, and he's black, by the way, with a
Oh,
fake
no.
rape story.
Well, as I've always
Yeah.
said, so Ruby and Maya are fans of them. Well, look, my favorite saying is always this: the apple doesn't fall too far from the fucking tree, and these ones apparently got ran over by the fucking schizomobile.
Well,
Doesn't
you're not
surprise
wrong
me.
there.
Surrounding Slag. I'm personally
Slag.
laughing my head off watching it. What about you?
I can almost bet what he's gonna do next. Because
What do you think?
Well, he's gonna pander. He's gonna like cling onto certain people that are
Pandering.
going to get.
Oh yes, bitch, but you didn't think he was gonna cling on me, did you? Oh, I'm on her ass, bro. Like, oh, he's gonna try and cling to people. Hey, this sounds familiar. Isn't that what the symbiote Maya did with Steve?
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Like, Slug already has, like, pre-built connections. Everyone knows he's going to blow up at one point. And we all know that he isn't going to hop on a plane or get in a car and take a road trip somewhere. Even though he's turned that into a fucking meme when he did it to Maya.
Hold on,
Like,
see.
seriously, we're talking about the dude who went to fucking Disneyland
Oh, get this
with
one.
Mickey Mouse ears on, recording himself as saying Maya Moore is a pedophile while he's on his road trip to her house.
Oh, get this one. See, he said if she's a serial doxer, how has she not been charged or had some investigation on her? Well, you see, about that, she's very careful about her identity. See, so it's like nobody knows a lot about her. Well, I'll say this: me and mainly GG has stumbled across some things.
Well,
Well-
I mean, there was this one account that went around with her full docs, so
Yeah.
we do know where she lives.
It's just difficult to kind of prove shit due to the fact that it's on the internet and anyone can be anything, etc., etc. You get how it is, my friend. Well, anyway, let's get this going.
him through and kiss him ass and act. He's gonna disassociate and act like nothing happened.
Projection.
Continue
So
to
what you're-
talk shit about people.
So what you're saying is that basically this will be a whole other thing where it's like, oh, you know, they're gonna go around him and sing "Kumbaya" again around him in a few months, right?
I mean, they
Well,
might.
here's
I've-
the difference
it's
here,
kind of
Fusion.
shocking.
Here's the difference. At least Slug tries to make amends and apologizes for his bad actions. Unlike Maya, who makes it a fucking "oh woe is me" story, another fucking
Well-
chapter of the big
Well,
book
no,
of
but
Wah.
this just goes.
And then turns around and just blames Dan and Jane.
Well, no, but this just goes to
Yeah.
prove
Dan and Jane,
this just goes to prove my point that I made about Hoojin is that he's a fucking moron who cannot see the fucking bias that he's painting himself in.
Yeah.
It's like he'll condemn Slug and Sen and all that and he'll even blame Sen on shit that Sen didn't even fucking do or had no part in. And he'll blame Slug for saying all of that edgy shit in the past, right? But here's the thing: he won't go after Maya for saying that she wants to do mischievous things to kids.
Yeah,
Right?
like the fucking messages where she says she wants to leave a kid crying in a puddle of you know what.
Yeah. That he won't talk
Yeah,
about that. He won't talk about how
Speaking,
what?
sorry. I said, speaking of Maya, apparently she, like, Ruby keeps bringing her up, and apparently Maya got mad at her.
Oh yeah, because some court recordings got released last night or yesterday.
Well, like this is the thing, right?
Really?
He won't
No.
he won't talk
not
about
accurate.
he won't talk about like Ruby's whole involvement in like the doxing or trying to get people's personal info. You know what I mean? None of this gets talked about, but when it comes to Ruby being a victim, suddenly this fucking prat is all ears now. And he just came out of the woodwork like, "Oh, I'm going to believe this person's side." And we all know why he's doing it, by the way. Anybody in here with a fucking brainstem, yes, a brainstem, would have the cognitive capacity to know that he's doing this because she's a woman. That is literally it. Because hey, let's play a game. Has anyone ever seen anyone coming to Ruby or Maya's defense besides Steve?
No.
No,
Well,
exactly.
there's usually some idiotic males who do, but that's only if they're hoodwinked
Yeah.
into believing this kind of shit.
Like,
Exactly.
Eugen only likes her because she's hot. And I'm like, dude, she's literally a pedo. And he's like, oh, but she's hot though.
You know what
He
it's
is
like?
not. Oh, yeah, get this. Apparently, like his excuse for like why Maya gets the pass is she used to be a model.
Oh, yeah, but that's her word of mouth, though. You have to remember.
She's
Anyone
a
could
fake
be a
fucking
model.
But just
Anybody can be a model. You just have to pay a fucking photographer
yeah,
to
but
take photos.
just
of you.
remember, this is the same person who was convinced that fucking Jane rolled up in her fucking 6'4" with her fucking handgun popping at the fucking door.
No. She was convinced that Jane sent somebody to go to her apartment.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't give a
Yeah.
shit. I don't give a shit what was said. The way that Maya went on, she was acting like Jane was a part of the fucking Wu-Tang Clan, busting it down through the door.
No, it was either the Crips or the Bloods.
It's
I think
so
it was
retarded.
the Bloods.
But anyway,
Yeah, I thi-
let's get this going because we need to. We're only 2 minutes in.
I mean, even for the longest time when they were coming at him and dogpiling him and stuff, it was like, duh.
Oh fuck this! Ayo, Sen, I'm taking a leap out of your fucking book.
Yeah, 2 times speed is
Because
what I
everybody else is
listen
doing
to
it.
it on.
So, does that make sense? Like,
Yeah.
you
Well,
know,
it's like
following
1.5.
her.
Yeah, I guess
He's
it's like,
talking
again,
too
it's
fast.
just
And he's
silly
smart.
people following. Yeah,
It is a bit too fast. I apologize, viewers. I'm new to this live stream stuff.
Like I said, it gets better at like the 40-minute mark because all they do is just ramble here.
it's just silly. It's just,
I mean,
it's
he's
so
not
dumb.
smart, but he's smart about finding the right people to cling on to so that he could be safe.
That's not smart, that's psychotic.
Yeah,
That's-
that's
But that's what Maya does.
I'm sorry, but that's not smart. That's psychotic. Well, guess what? Most psychotic people are kind of smart. Just look at all the fucking movies, like that one where it's,
Wait. He's talking about.
the big banker guy.
He's talking
Who's
about
just like a serial
psychotic.
murderer.
He's talking about psychotic. Do you know what's psychotic here? This clown saying that he doesn't believe anything until he gets all sides, clearly believing a side. I'm so glad I didn't download this in video format. I'd be here all night.
Yeah, that's psychotic kind of smart. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That would be my opinion on it anyway. But
Do you know
Has-
anything about his history and how he even came into the community? With
I do.
Nathan
Funnily enough, I
Lane.
do.
Oh, that's
and
good.
it
No,
surrounds
you
the Chris
don't.
Chan stuff, right? Not
That's
Chris Chan.
funny.
What's his name? Chris Hansen.
See, this is what I mean. This is what I mean. When he's told the fucking story, he either is mistaken or is deliberately fucking lying.
Oh yeah, I've heard about stuff. I've heard about fucking.
Yeah, he came out around the Chris Chan stuff.
Chris
No,
Chan.
it's like-
Oh no, sorry, no. Oh, you fucking idiot! This is you and the whole. He has a disability all over again, isn't it, Hugin? Like, oh my fucking
be nice
god,
if he has
I'm
that
already
pizza,
tired of
baby.
this. Hey yo, hey chat, you want to do something funny? If any of you have a Twitter or anything like that, you should send this link out to anyone that you can so we can expose how much
Hey guys.
fuckery that's
Now,
going
I'm
on
not
here.
Now, I'm not all for harassment, guys. What you should totally do for the shits and giggles is take the link to this fucking stream, tag Hugin. It's the fucking Twitter geek. He should pop up.
Oh yes,
Fucking tag him in a tweet and just
right,
the
right.
link.
Anyway, we need to. By the way, actually, just a real quick side note. Let's talk about the sideshow Bob of this group. This bitch hasn't said nothing. And I apologize.
Yeah,
and I,
they'll-
by the way, I apologize for calling you a bitch. I don't know if you're an idiot or not yet. So I'm gonna reserve my judgment. We're gonna put that bitch insult like
Guys, hold on,
in
hold on.
limbo.
So the
To
tag
be
for
fair,
his
she
Twitter,
kind of is.
it's IHUJAN123. Just tag him with the link. Nothing else.
What did the comments say while we're waiting for a second? What did the comment?
No, they're all sucking up to him.
Salvo. Oh look, it was Salvo.
The time
Where's the
code.
time codes?
Look at this.
And
let's
then
have-
Jessica Fizzle's actually in there fighting.
You're
with them.
you're only
Oh my
pulling
God.
150 views.
Hasn't Pizzle and Hugin haven't they been arguing the last day or something?
Yeah,
Over
something
or
like
some
that.
random shit.
First of all, who the fuck are they? Hold on, we're not talking about that yet. Because if we get derailed, we're
That's just fucking crazy. I love her.
And he done a lot of lying. And then when all of this stuff came out, as far as I'm aware, that all of these lies or whatever that he was putting forward for Chris Hansen's show, he actually went along and tried to say that Chris Hansen told him to lie, which nobody obviously believes. That sounds crazy. There's nothing to back that up. He never shown any messages. He never.
Well,
told
hold
anyone
it,
about
hold
this.
it, hold it. Here's the thing. He actually has a plausible argument to say that because he was friends with Anonymous Gene. Still is to this day. However, when it came to Chris Hansen interviewing him, Chris Hansen didn't object when Slug said that he was a hacker and got access to Onision's Patreon by paying $5. Something a hacker wouldn't have to do
look,
if they were a hacker.
I'm gonna say this much.
I'm pretty sure Chris Hansen knows the difference between a hacker and a liar. He could have just
Honestly,
called Slug out there and ended the interview.
I'm gonna
but Chris
say this
Hansen
much,
went along
right?
with it.
Slug, if you genuinely done that and lied to Chris Hansen, right? First of all, major fucking balls there, dude. That's funny, but a pretty idiot move. All right. Now, do I think you're an idiot, Slug? No, I think that you just make a lot of mistakes. However, you need to start reducing your little accidents because eventually you're gonna do something goofy. Well, anyway.
It's happening again. I
All right, man. We'll see you later.
I must. Yeah, I'll be back in literally an hour.
All right.
Alright.
Okay, bye.
Bye bye. Right, everyone. Now it's just myself and the GG, the holy man of Twitter. So we're going to continue this. Now, keep in mind, as I've always tried to say, we're going to be fair and impartial because in this situation, we need... Oh, what am I saying? Everybody knows Ruby's a fucking liar at this stage.
I don't know. I
Yeah,
almost
he's
feel
always
like
aiming at people for showing proof, but he barely ever has any when it comes to himself.
Well, I guess people spotted this, right? And since then, it's been a complete, meltdown of just situation after situation of forgiven, then doxing again, forgiven, doing something again. This is somebody... Yeah, I mean, he phoned up...
Forgive him. I thought
do
it was
you know
because
CJ?
they were afraid. Yeah, he had some problems with CJ.
Yeah, so he actually, as far as I'm aware, he called or threatened. I don't know whether he did or he threatened, but he threatened to call his partner's workplace. Things like this, things of this nature.
Yeah, that's typical of
really,
him.
yeah, really.
Okay, so everyone watching, we are now in the smear campaign. Hello, Dee Dee, how are you? We are now in the smear campaign section of this 2-hour video. They couldn't last 5 minutes without smearing him.
Yeah. Do you want to know why the whole thing with CJ kicked off in the first place?
I would like to know.
Because Slug did do what he's saying, but he's leaving out the prior context as to what inflamed that entire
Would you like to
situation.
give us that prior context?
Yeah, because CJ Brown and Parking Tigers, this was happening in their server. Uh, Basically, CJ Brown was posting videos of kittens being run over.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, so there was like literal animal abuse content in there, and he was just spamming it to anyone. And a lot of people were following suit and doing the same thing. And that really pissed Slug off because he's an animal lover.
Well, you dirty bastard, Hugin. You dirty bastard. Like, you see, this is what everybody who's an aspiring commentary creator, if you are going to do this, there is one important aspect of this job. I say job loosely, but there's one important aspect of it. Do your fucking research. If you don't do your fucking research, you end up looking like fucking Jackernap over here.
Yeah, I mean, there was like a joke going around calling stomping was it parking tigers to stomping kittens. And,
Hugin loves animal abuse. Oh, loves abuse.
He'll defend it if it's a troll. Trust me.
Oh,
He's
but
done that
that's
before.
such an ambiguous thing, though. You know, it's like, when does it stop being a fucking troll? Is it, honestly, Hugin is a closeted fucking psychopath. That's what I think. Or is he too stupid to be a psychopath? Let's be realistic.
I think he's a bit too lazy to be a psychopath. Not too stupid. I mean, he meets the requirements
He uploaded.
on a lot of different.
He got 150 in a day with 800. Jesus. That's how sick people are of him talking about Slug, by the way. These numbers represent how sick people are of it. But anyway.
Unhinged kind of behavior, right? Like, and again, like, you know, you get people that dance around him like he's okay, and people are like, oh, I can socialize with this guy, and like, you know, it's not that bad. Like, the guy has done some really crazy things in this time, and that goes as far as sharing CP links over Twitter. You've obviously heard about.
Oh, Hugin!
And here we go.
You're doing it again. You didn't watch my video.
Now, here's the funny thing. Ruby actually comes in and deflates his entire argument.
Oh, hold on.
With this story.
Yeah.
You're probably more familiar with this story
I was
than
actually
I am.
around when it happened, but the links were broken almost automatically because, well, they came from a website where they wouldn't have lasted a day.
Hey, yo, can we get a rare Ruby dub? She's actually telling the truth.
For once.
That's a rare W right there. And it's probably the only praise this bitch is gonna get.
Now, here's the thing. The only way how we could say that they were quote-unquote CP links is because Slug said that they were, and then he verified it himself. However, Hugin is under the impression that Slug had to download those links and store the VOD somewhere, which automatically he's still going with Slug is a CP
Sen, I think
distributor
Quarantine
and-
Sen here's just said Hugin. I like crazy. Also Hugin. Slug crazy bad.
It's like, I like crazy, but not that kind of
I
crazy.
Why do you go into like the IBB voice? Like, is that just like a subtle hint of read it in the IBB voice? I like crazy. Also Hugin. Slug crazy bad.
Why are you communing with
Why are you communing with Slug? Get out! Bro, what is this madness that we're in, eh?
Well, whenever I think of a stupid person, I think of IBB, so the voice just comes naturally.
Hey, yo, the homie CEs just said, I wouldn't be surprised if Hugin is on the news for something dumb or worse.
Yeah, like beating his wife.
Yeah. Oh. Hugin. Wait, that's right! I forgot. Oh, Hugin, you fucking Randy Savage looking motherfucker. Let me talk to you real quick. You fucking
You
Chris
ain't a macho
Brown,
man,
you
dude.
Chris Brown looking bitch. I know what you did. Now, what's gonna happen next? If I catch you, I'm gonna fucking slam you into a brick wall. Oh, Sen also said they're both foreigners. Yeah, of course they fucking are, because they're fucking idiots, bro. They're so fucking stupid. Oh, let's see what else fucking fucking Ben and Geriatrics has to say.
Anyway, and I think he
But
kind
he
of knew
under the
going
impression that
into
these
it.
were real.
Yeah, but that's kind of like, are you familiar with Britbong?
I'm not.
I am.
Okay,
I know
here we
what it
go.
is.
There's a certain type of troll community
Pause it.
that's kind of their
Yes.
This is another thing I have to clear up because apparently Brit Bong has been like the community villain for the longest time. And this is all predicated because of Keemstar not wanting to verify that it was actually him who did a certain incident where he was sharing CP links
Oh,
and DMs on Discord.
what is?
Now, what had happened is that he actually couldn't prove his innocence because the trolls copied his account, kind of like what they did with Sin in those logs. And basically, he became persona non grata throughout the entire community.
Oh, what is up with fucking like? I swear to God, it's not even like a shock anymore when you hear some like, "Hey, did you hear that guy in commentary? He had CP." It's like, cause that's literally I swear, every second commentator that people watch is either outed as a pedo or suspected of one. It's insane.
Well, the thing is that Ruby's going to try and link Slug to Brit Bong, which I haven't seen any evidence of Slug interacting with Brit Bong, nor has there been any stories in the commentary community of anybody saying that he was in league with Brit Bong or was part of the same trolling group.
Oh yeah, of course not. Well, anyway, let's get on.
doing raids, posting phishing links and all that sort of stuff. So that's kind of where Slug came from. And he was like still in that mode of acting like a complete dumbass, like
Trying to
Britbong.
project that into a community that didn't want it, I guess.
Yeah, he didn't understand the dynamics yet. He was still using the same stupid tricks that all these little wannabe skids do to piss people off.
Again, though,
Ruby, that's some projecting I hear. Do you not do the same thing, except you have other people looking around for you? You see what
Well,
I mean?
Well, I don't know if she has kids, but she has like the 40-year-old spinster look going for her. I don't think she's smart enough to set up phishing links.
You know what's funny?
all.
You know what's funny? AO chat, right? I'm gonna introduce y'all into a little fun segment. If you lean far back into your chair or whatever, like you're watching this on, so if you're on a phone, if you push the screen away from your face, Ruby in that photo kind of looks like Hector Salamanca from Breaking Bad. I don't know if anyone else can see it, but I can just see it now with the little bell going ting 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 ting. Oh, Sen
God.
said, Steve uses phishing links. Lol, why is phishing links bad when Slug does it? Well, exactly, Sen, but that's one of the things that I brought up. I think, like, what, a few minutes ago, where it's like, Mr. Twitter Greek will condemn Slug for all the bad shit that he's done, but he won't condemn Maya, Ruby, or Steve. And it's of no surprise why he doesn't, because, you know, birds of a feather flock together.
They also get shot in Duck Hunt.
They also get shot, and that could be a threat. Don't get me cancelled, you. That's the last thing I
Just saying.
need.
I'm just saying you make yourself an easy target by doing that.
Yeah, well, as Auric here says, it's double standards, rules for thee, not for me. You're absolutely correct here again, gentlemen. I kind of love this live streaming stuff. I can really connect with the audience. Anyway, let's get going.
it doesn't like do nothing in a sense of like, I mean, he, and I'll say this, I don't care what anybody says. You know, he inadvertently doxed me, like because he just got his friends to do it.
Well,
And
that's
the
how
thing is,
that's how he operates.
well,
he
I,
Oh, wait.
Hugin,
he did
what-
not get his friends to dox you,
wait,
Hugin.
Hugin, what are you talking about? Is that not your fucking face right there?
No. He's talking about his actual name and where he lives. The thing is that Hugin was dumb enough to set up his accounts wrong and have them linked to his YouTube. Kind of like the same thing that led Slug to Salvo's docs in the first place.
Hey, yo, we got
He didn't have to go far to look for
we
it.
got some stuff from Didi in here. The links were dead. It was a mistake when Slug posted them, which he intended to prove their existence. Was it smart? No, I agree with that. They were .onion leaks and had nothing to do with Britbong. Well, that's the thing
Yeah,
with it.
they all had to do with Rohan.
Yeah,
Because he
Rohan.
was because everyone was investigating him at the time after Onision.
Can we just address how, Gigi, we've been sitting here with the guys, the fellow people who don't believe a word of this shit, right? And we've managed to clear up so many discrepancies that these idiots can't figure out. It's like, he
Well, I mean-
posted dead links. Why would he do that? That's so bad. And then everyone in my chat is just like, yeah, no, they were dead, bro.
Yeah, like even Ruby says that they were dead. So I don't know what the fuck Hugin is harping on about. I don't know what the fuck Steve
But
is harping
here's
on
a little
about.
taste
I don't
of.
know.
Here's a reality check, right? Hoojin, right? In all seriousness, who the fuck gives a shit enough about you to fucking dox you? Like, realistically, nobody knew who you were, at least to my knowledge. Nobody knew who you were until you started getting mouthy with Sen and fucking Gigi. So it's like, and by the way, if Slug did send, let's just say for the sake of argument, right, people after you, why? Why would he do that? Like, it's just this kind of delusions of self-importance, you know what I mean?
I mean, it's more than that. Like with Hugin, it's basically his image. Like he practically has an identity crisis every time he wants to come up with something. Like one video he wants to be taken serious, one tweet he wants to be taken as a troll, the master troll. And then he just wants to go back to being himself, the poor little victim of Slug.
So what you're saying is that he's like a young man who's already having a midlife.
I'd say he's got multiple personality disorder at this point.
Oh, fucking.
Or
I
just
noticed.
post docs. He makes a Twitter with all your information on it, with your name,
Well-
your face.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh.
look at this, right?
Oh. Is she trying to blame fucking Slug for her shit getting out? Or am I thinking too much into that? Because I feel like I could be.
Yeah, you're probably thinking way too much into it.
Yeah, that's a
'cause-
bit of a reach.
Yeah.
See that, guys? And Hoojin, if you're watching this, that's how you chill out and think about the situation. Hey, Dev, what is good? Welcome to the Sim Killers, what do we call this?
Ruby the Red.
Ruby the Red. Red as in red-faced fucking liar.
Redheaded stepchild as well.
So, I mean, I guess when it comes down to like my situation, it's just, these people were trying to use it against me. They were like going into like streams that I was in, and then they were like posting my name to attempt to
Oh,
bother me.
shit.
Yeah, that's it. Like,
You're
literally, I'm sat there in the stream, and they're like posting my name and stuff like that, like in the chat, and like even where I'm from and stuff like this. Some Russ character from his group, I've seen him in the
Alpha
chat over there. It's not Alpha Russ, I don't think. I
Oh,
don't
is it
think.
Ross?
But I need to. Huh?
Is it Ross? ROSS?
Possibly, I don't know, but it's one of them over there.
Is she trying to bring our favorite white monkey into this?
Yeah, well, it's either Russ or Ross. And here's the funny thing, like Ross, I don't think he's had a history of doing that. And Alpha Rust, he only fucked up one time and retweeted Slug's tweet where he had doxed Steve's house or whatever.
Oh, Dev, so this is the review of Twitter Greek's video. I say review, it's more so of a shit-talking fest, because anything that has Ruby attached to it already has the connotation of it's bollocks. So we're pretty much just reviewing it, pointing out the flaws, and then just having fun. This is what me and Gigi do in our spare time.
I mean, the only other person I could think of that would be named Russ would be one of the chatters who's also like a Kiwi Farms person in Slug streams. I can't remember the full screen name, but it's different than Alpha Russ.
I'm just fucking surprised that Ruby is just trying to drag no, I take that back. I'm not surprised at all that she's trying to drag other people into it. It's like, that's what she
Well,
does.
she's playing the suggestion game with Ross and Russ.
Yeah, it's the whole fucking, what's it called? Allegedly game. Well, anyway.
Yeah.
I will be looking into that situation to find out exactly who that was.
Please don't. I don't want to make another 20-minute video.
And I've not.
Wait a minute,
done
wait a
that,
minute. Yeah, he's acting like there's nothing. It's like in a few minutes you'll hear his fucking argument. I just want you to remind you that he is super pissed off that this happened, and he acts like, oh, it's very dangerous as well.
What's very dangerous?
Oh, just putting your name out there.
Oh, you're taking the piss. He's that kind of prima donna?
Yeah. You'll see here in a sec.
Oh my fucking god. Alright, let's see it.
Again, like, what I did was I just went and doxed myself because I was just like, I don't have nothing to hide. I come from a very professional background.
Also, what are they gonna do? Get on a plane and go to Europe?
Again,
Yeah.
but that's the thing for me, right? It's like, I had this situation
Hey Hoojin, I fucking can. You live right next door. I can take a long ship.
You could ferry across the stream.
Yeah, I'm trying to make jokes about that without sounding threatening because I don't want them to fucking chimp out at me, right? And be like, oh, you're just as bad as Slug. You're sending death threats after me. It's like, I don't send death threats. You don't want to know what I do, Hoojin. I'll fucking steal your doormat.
I think your mic cut out there for a sec.
Damn. You be right, it did. Alright, anyway, enough with this insanity. We're gonna get to this before I catch a fucking case.
with somebody who actually does live closer to me not that long ago, and I actually gave them all of my information and was just like, well, there you go, and they don't come. And it's the same situation with anyone, especially like when you hear it from somebody in another country, you're like, just no. But yeah, I mean,
Okay,
moving
remember
forward
that.
anyway,
Remember that.
Yeah, but he sounds
It's the
like...
same situation with anyone that you give them your information, like, come and get me, and they don't. Now,
But he sounds like such a
later
fucking
on in the
wuss.
stream. Yeah, well, later on in this video, he goes and states that, where is it? About Slug and all the shit talking he says, is that someone is going to see him or go pay him a visit and beat the fuck out of him for all the stupid shit he said. So
I'll be
here
honest
we have
with you.
Hugin.
So, listen. Hoojin, a bit of advice, right? There's already shit about you kicking the shit out of your girlfriend. You wouldn't be able to go up against another guy. Alright, let's be realistic. If you have to kick the shit out of women, that kind of tells me all I really need to know about you and sort of your physical and fighting prowess. I think that's fair to say, wouldn't you
Yeah.
agree?
He just. Oh yeah, I'd say if he gets mad enough, he might become a little bit of a problem, but not much that anyone could handle
Please, Steve could beat
in a
him.
fight. That is.
Steve could probably beat him, and that's being generous, mind you.
Well, I mean, Steve
you're
is
very
older
quiet.
than him, so.
Alright.
Yeah, actually, I have.
See, they say I don't let you talk, but you just don't talk. That's what you do. You just don't talk, Pika. You know?
I'm polite, okay? It's my southern values.
They said that you talk too much on Milltown West.
Oh, shut up!
They said one moment that I didn't let you talk, and the next moment apparently you talk too much. You can't win with these people.
You can't, and that's the thing. The issue has never been me. It's just these fucking people. Like,
Yeah, they'll pick you apart. They'll try to find something.
I do have a little bit of an announcement.
Oh, is that what we're doing? Are we picking people apart? Why don't, hey Ruby, just say it how it is. You don't like being fucking criticized because you sound batshit insane. Like, this is called logic over sanity, right? So let's be logical. You don't like people arguing with you because you know your arguments are bollocks. Like, why?
That and she talks out both sides of her mouth.
Yeah, it's it's like,
She'll
yeah.
say like, she'll say like that she doesn't know who this Aura person is, but then at the same breath in a group chat, she'll say that Aura has always had a problem with women. It's so obvious, you know.
Like, I just don't get it with her. It's like, she's like, oh, I'm just gonna let you know, they'll try to pick you apart, so don't fuck up and fuck me over. Oh, Hoojin's already fucked her over with that other video. Hey, if y'all haven't seen my previous video on fucking Hooligan here, you should go and check it out. It's a pretty funny video. Oh wait, Dev has just said, 1 or 2 you can ignore, 3 or more the problem is no longer them. Did I read that right? Oh no, I thought I had a stroke reading that for a second. But no, let's go.
Because, I mean, you know, it's a new bit, and it's... I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm frustrated, angry, almost, kind of losing sleep at night, right? This co-host right here destroyed Resident Evil Village for me. I got right to the end of the cutscene, right? I mean, right at the end. This literally happened a day or two ago, right? I get right to the end of the game, and the cutscenes are like literally 30 seconds off coming up.
If he doesn't shut the fuck up about Resident Evil, he's not gonna reach the end of his cutscene.
Maybe a minute or two. And she calls me. Like, angry. So I want everyone to know that there's officially hate now against Pika. There's actual hate to fuel the anger that you guys say I have towards Pika. So just know it's all real now. It's all real. I actually have aggression and lots of hate towards her.
Good, fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm glad I ruined it for you.
Hoojin, this is why people don't take you seriously, because you're a raging fucking shit talker. Like, what did that add? Has anyone else in like the chat, or you even, Gigi? It's like, what did this add? That's like what, 2 or 3 minutes of nonsensical rambling.
Well, it's their little comedy duo bit. Like, you see Pika is the annoying woman, and Hyujin is the guy that's about to hit her for opening her mouth.
Yeah. Wouldn't be the first time, eh?
I mean, that's the energy that I'm reading from this situation.
The fake laughter says it off. She's probably doing that TikTok help signal. Orlick said, I wonder why he brought up the fake lolly stuff with Sen. Oh, because that's such a low-hanging fruit. Everyone does it. It's like literally anyone who's first going up against Sen always fucking goes for it. It's like, well, you like lolly. It's like, well, no, it's been proven that it's fucking fake. And it's like, and just to give you an idea of how bullshit that whole claim is, even IBB has tried to fucking use it, and he used the same fake, like, shit, mind you.
Yeah, and he actually went back and said, like, yes, the only reason why I pretended it was real is because I was mad at you, Sin. Like, anyone who's mad at Sin will automatically go to the fucking lolly shit, even though they know it's not real.
It's so
There's no
tired, though,
corroborating
now.
evidence.
They need to
Anyone
retire
can
it.
change their name to anything on Discord. Yeah, like, it's beyond, and also the source from that all those logs come from is a cokehead.
Yeah, it's
And
like,
on top of that, Sin was being blackmailed at the time by this guy because they used to be friends, and he supposedly had Sin's docs at the time,
oh, who doesn't have
and he was
apparently
using that
Sen's
as
docs?
leverage or to embarrass Sin.
Everybody has Sen's docs at
Like-
this point. My fucking grandmother probably has Sen's docs.
Yeah, and here's the thing. If you actually read the logs all the way through, even past the fucking lolly shit, it doesn't sound like Sin at all from any of the DMs that you would get from him, regardless. It seems more like the phishing account that's going through trying to figure out who the other person is on the other end that they're
Right.
communicating with.
It's
That's all it is.
it's
Plus,
fucking
like, the
madness.
official narrative that's written on Kiwi Farms. Yeah,
Sen-
plus the original narrative on Kiwi Farms
Hey
doesn't
yo,
make sense
Sen
because
just
apparently
said.
Sen was supposedly
Yeah.
What?
Sen just said, "I'm Jim. I'm Jim. Everyone has my docs." And then Dev said, "Sen isn't the one that was sent lolly. It was Blubber Lips." I don't know who that person is, but it sounds funny.
Yeah, but like again, the whole thing is there are so many consistencies with the original story when it broke and what's been turned into over the years, to the point where all it focuses on is like, look, disgusting pictures, be outraged, send pedo.
Yeah, it's
big
just shock
whoop,
value. That's
you know?
literally all it is.
It's like it's it's basically caveman logic, which I expect Hyujin to have because he beats his wife.
Yeah, it's like that's probably how he met her. Punk. But nah. Anyway, we should probably not. We shouldn't make those jokes.
Yeah,
Cause
it's
watch,
like,
watch Hoojin's like ex pop
Oh,
in
come
being
on.
like,
on.
"Hey yo,
Oh
who,
come on, Sev. You know how how they first met is like, me man, you woman, beat on head, you come home.
That's what I mean, bro. Fucking Hoojin's ex is probably gonna find this stream one day and she's gonna laugh at it. I hope she does. I mean, hey, yo, look, if it makes you feel any better, look, this is what your ex is doing now. Look at this, giving himself eyelashes. Alright,
Yeah, nice.
anyway,
Shadow, apparently.
let's go.
ruining games like that for any man is a problem. It's a problem.
I forgot where I paused
shouldn't
it.
shouldn't do it in Koshi
gonna
Life.
do it again.
In Minecraft, obviously. But yeah, anyway, moving forward with these questions.
Oh, thank fuck.
Because I kind of want to get back to the
I have-
point. And I want to keep it relevant, right?
I have a question that is relevant since we were just.
Oh, so you were straight away going to talk over me then. So I've given you permission to do it. You go right ahead and roll right over me, right at me. You go ahead, Pika. You go ahead. You go ahead.
No, I just have a question since
No,
we were
you go
talking
ahead.
about.
You go ahead. Go ahead. Pika.
This is too good. Hey, do you want to go for the low hanging fruit on this one?
I think we've already gotten to that point.
Dude's over
I
here.
mean, again, this huge playing up his dark side is a joke.
Oh yeah, because he's the
Because
master
every
troll.
other word. Well, no. This is just him playing up his darker side, like where he beats all the women he comes across.
Yeah, you know what?
Because I mean, if you heard like any of the other bits that he's done, or heard him just talk in any of his other videos, he has a trouble finding the right words to say and try to formulate an argument.
You know.
Here, it's like quick.
Wait.
back and forth, back and
Dev
forth.
just
It's
said.
like a comedy
Dev
bit.
just said, and he wonders why folks say he doesn't let his co-host talk. You know why, Dev? It's because after the stream, it's always like, "What I told you not talk over me. Don't you talk over me again. Now make me my dinner." That's right. We skipped the 1950s. We went straight to the 1800s with that one. All right. So
Yeah.
now that we're off of this
The
fucking
thing is, he gets so ass mad. He gets so ass mad at the whole accusation. It's like, look,
This video
you're
better
making
not-
it seem
this
like it's more
fucking
believable
video-
by your reactions.
this fucking live stream, I should say, better not get fucking false flagged, because I'll know exactly who's done it if it does. He will not like the video that I make of him then if he does that shit. But anyway.
We were talking about Slug. I'm
continue.
curious, like, I know that Slug has been one of, like, the main people that's been, like, a detractor and, like, basically harassing you, correct, Ruby? I kind of want to
Yeah.
know, like, when did it all, like, start with him, like, the way that he treated you?
I think it started a while ago, but he just didn't know who I was yet, because I have been giving him shit. I've been like the little annoying fly in his ear, just buzzing around. But then, you know, when I started speaking
that
out
why you ran
against these
away?
people that were dogpiling Maya, he was already full in it. He was already just like, completely obsessed with the whole situation. So, of course, that got his attention, but I was kind of giving him shit for a while before that.
I think it's well placed. Well placed though. It's not. Don't feel bad for that. There's nobody in
I
this
told
audience that
myself
should be
because it was
going.
funny.
Okay, now if you ignore Hoojin's fucking white knighting there just for a second, we can get into what fucking Ruby said, which was everyone was dogpiling Maya because Maya is 100% innocent, right? And had no faults
Yeah, I
to
mean,
her.
it's not like she. Yeah, I mean, it's not like she started a fight.
Oh no,
It's not
no,
like she
no!
doesn't do any psychotic shit that people have to react to. Because
Why
she
would
won't leave them the
she
fuck
ever
alone.
start a fight? It is not like she accused Jane of being affiliated with a known gang. Like, no, Maya never. Always been that she's a nice Christian girl. I always see her on church on Sunday. Fucking bite me, bro. Like, why does everyone do this? They always put Maya on this pedestal of, like, martyrdom.
Also, like, it's not that Ruby isn't completely innocent in Maya's antics. I mean, Ruby and Steve all were pushing the fucking narrative that, oh, Repsion has been quiet for a month. Jane must have killed him.
Him?
And stupid shit like that. Yeah,
What the fuck?
him as in Repsion.
Yeah.
Like, apparently they have, like, some weird fucking, like, what is it? Fantasies, or as Steve likes to call it, conspiracy
Hey, we got
theory.
White
when it
Silverback.
comes to me.
We got White Silver. Fuck, sorry. We got White Silverback Gaming here. If you do something Hoojin doesn't like, he will send you a paragraph of how smart his trolling is. Who does that? Tells you he's a troll and how right he is. Lol, he's a fun punching bag. Hey, now.
Here's the thing. He's like Wile E. Coyote from the old Looney Tunes when he was fighting Bugs Bunny. He'd introduce himself as like, "Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Wile E. Coyote. Genius."
But like he's anything
It's
but a
so-
fucking genius though. That's what the fucking issue is. He's about as smart as like room temperature Coke. Like
I mean, the whole thing is like, Ruby partakes in all the fucking gay ops. And
we
stupid
know what she
nonsense.
partakes in, but remember
And
remember
she wants
everyone.
to act like, she wants to act like she's like the support role character, and it's like, no, you are an active
Did
participant.
I tell
and
you about
plotter
the
of
comment?
this
I think
shit.
I did. Ruby left a comment on my video. This was like way back. This was when I was roasting IBB, Maya, and Ruby and all that, right? And Steve.
Mhm.
So, I shit you not, she took a fucking paragraph out of the CIA's book, right? I shit you not. She said, and I quote, "It wasn't a gay op server, it was just a group chat for discussing things."
No, well, there were gay ops that happened in that server, and not a server, but group chat.
But you know what I mean? It's like, what? So, everything that Sen showed us on his live stream about the secret garden, as it was called, right? That wasn't
Yes.
doxing or trying to get information on people. That was just a super friendly hangout that everybody joined in on and just had a grand old time.
Well, a handful of people joined in on, but they blame like Zana for leaking the entirety of it
Oh, who?
on Sin's request.
I mean, what were they expecting? It's like that was like literally a Trojan horse strategy.
Yeah, and here's the thing: like, if they weren't doing any gay ops, why did the rumor of Jane killing Repsion first appear there?
I'll do
Why
you one
did
better.
Jane's
I'll do you one better on that, right? If there was no gay ops going on, why were they so miffed when it was leaked?
Oh yeah, like why were you so upset when it was first leaked? Because you knew that there was some shit in there you didn't want people to see. Kind of like your face, Ruby. Which, goddamn, you might want to do something about those crow's feet, woman.
Oh, fuck it. It's Farmer Maggot's crops. Don't you diss them. Those are the best
it-
carrots I've ever eaten.
The best. But yeah, like Ruby doxed like several people within that group chat and had the information for Maya to go and do her psychotic bullshit. So don't act like you're completely innocent in what Maya does.
Yeah, right. Well,
That you're just some supporter.
let's get on this cosmic fuckery.
Yeah, like again though, like the thing is that when it comes down to specifically this person, I mean, I think we all know what Slug's about. If any of you guys haven't, I will leave a link to my previous video down in the description. More views, yay. But yeah,
More views. More views.
Yeah. Well, they got one more from us, so.
Wait, hold on. You know what? I'm gonna do something. Chat, forgive me for this, but I want to do something. So I wanna see. Oh, we're not doing too bad here. Yeah, go fuck yourself, Hoojin. More views.
obviously, sorry about that. I kind of interrupted that. You continue, Pika. You continue with your interview questions.
My interview question.
Well,
Hey, this was your
answer the
work. I won't
question.
take the credit.
Yeah,
Answer the
let's
question. I'd say that it happened, like, our first, like, nasty interaction probably happened, like, 2 years ago at least.
So wait, this has been going on for like
Oh, yeah.
2 years? Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
last
Pika.
a little bit more intense, and the year before it was just, like, it wasn't as crazy, but he was still trying.
Can I just quickly point out there that I mean I've spoken to you about this before, and I know you've had times where you've just like not like you really like stepped away and tried. Like I guess like it's not trying not to engage.
Oh no. Hold on. Let me just correct that. He was almost correct there. He was so close. She didn't try to escape from it. She booked it. She fucking legged it the minute Secret Garden was leaked. Anyone remember that?
Yeah.
It's like she
They
ran.
were all pissed. They
she
were all on
fucking
Twitter
ran,
complaining
hiding
about
like
it.
she's at. Should I finish that joke? That
Well,
joke.
if she's got an addict.
Okay, thank you for finishing that. I was about to say there was a certain YouTuber that we all know that got in trouble for making that joke in an epic rap battle video. Not the epic rap battle, guys, but like, look, if you know internet lore, then you know. But anyway, we're gonna continue on this into fucking Ruby's attic.
There's a point where it's like even if you choose not to engage, these people just don't stop, right?
Yeah, and I don't know if
so
you noticed, but I'm one of those people that's like, I don't know, it's not like that I want to get the last word, but I really like adding stuff to the fire and poking the
Of
berry.
course.
So you like getting the last word in? Just admit it, bitch.
Yeah, she likes getting into the fight, but not wanting to get hit.
It's like,
that's the whole.
that was
that's the whole
such-
problem with you, Ruby.
Such a pointless statement. Like, I don't like getting the last word in, but I do like getting the last word in.
It's like I like adding fuel to the fire. I don't like the explosion that comes back in my face.
Now paint Ruby trying to beat Goku. This fucking live chat, bro. This is great. Oh, there's Belle, of course. I love the way Belle shows up, right, at the opportune moment to hear what we just said, because his first comment is, they're in the attic. It's like he just sits in the fucking live stream and he waits for something that pops up of an edgy nature and he just says shit. And then Senna said his favourite quote, G.G. Evans. Anyway.
Wait, what?
No, he said that in chat. He said your name in chat.
Oh, wait, what was the whole my favorite quote thing?
No, his favourite quote was just G.G. Evans, then 3 sunglasses. Why am I explaining this when we have this to go through?
Real. Like, I don't think anybody in my audience is going to hate you for that. Like, I think people in my audience...
Like,
Yeah, people
yeah.
people from our audience are going to go, yeah, see, like, that for us is, like, what we like, you know? Put more of that in, 10 times more.
The only why is because
Okay,
a
so
lot of the stuff that they're
cowardly
saying
hit and
it
run
needs to be.
tactics. That's what you guys.
Yeah, guerrilla
like, huh?
warfare. It's like Vietnam all over again. Except the GIs
Well, we
are
got
winning.
Anne in the attic, and we got Charlie in the bushes now.
Yeah, it's like, well, that's the thing with him. I think I said it in my video that he's a coward, because like he won't confront people on Twitter because they're too smart for him, but he'll talk all candidly and nice in his fucking YouTube format. This is why I say he's a fucking coward, because it's like if you have the balls to say that shit on Twitter, then you have the balls to say it in YouTube. Take myself for example. I'm saying this here in YouTube live, mind you. As like if I were to talk to him on Twitter, I'd be the same fucking way, you know?
Well, we've seen his videos, Simp. He isn't that very coherent.
Well, that and he beats women, so inherently he's a fucking coward. Bell, by the way, said, G.G. Evans, now shake my hand, good gay.
Be corrected because it's just like it's a fantasy that they have created out of nowhere. They've just created this whole fantasy of what's going on.
Yeah, what I'll do is I'll get into those because I did want to talk to you about Stephen Meyer. Because again, like I say,
Oh,
those are
wait.
two people.
Hold on. She wants to talk about they created a whole fantasy. How about the fucking Maya 9mm Glock story that supposedly Jane stole from the nanny after firing her 6 months after her apartment gets shot up?
9mm.
Somehow,
Hey, did you not get
that gun gets used in the shooting of Maya's apartment.
Hey, did you not hear? The story changed. It's now a 50 caliber. If fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger was breaking into that house.
Here's the thing, like, Maya finally, like, lost it when I poked the biggest hole in her fucking little narrative about Jane having the gun. It's like Jane would have to hire a Terminator to go back in time to use it.
No! Come on, Jane! We gotta go! She's a danger!
And you know what was even funnier is, like, when I made that joke, I did some research on the Terminator. It turns out they were going to make him black and not have Arnie play it.
That would have been a terrible decision. Oh, watch now. No, this doesn't make me racist, Twitter. Now, give me a fucking minute. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Hold on. We'll get to that later. We're 14 minutes in. You know what's funny? 14 minutes in, and they've been talking nothing but shit. 14 minutes in.
So.
They're obviously heavily involved in this kind of, I guess, situation that I would actually really love to platform in a way that's different from how other people have, tried to platform them before. But yeah, I mean, Pika, did you
By
have
having them
question?
on?
To Pika's question go. The question go.
The questions I
You're
had
no
are
different,
more-
Eugene. It's like, I wanted to do a different thing what they did. It's like, by what? Having them on? Now recording is pre-recorded in a live stream. What's the fucking third rail that you're going to do, genius?
He thinks it's different because he's the only one listening to them. It's like he
It's like,
feels
what, is it-
special.
Yeah, it's like his way of doing it is being a kiss ass. Sorry, I mean you got Ethan Klein to deal with. He's the biggest kiss ass whenever he interviews someone. So what is different that you bring to the table?
He listens to fucking madness. Well, that's really
I mean, there are
it.
plenty of people who do that too.
Yeah, we're looking at 3 of the main culprits.
I mean, if he's going to bring back Jerry Springer's like listening to the madness kind of bullshit for everyone to see, like
Go ahead.
again, it's not originality. It's like I'm doing something that no one has ever done, and it's like
He.
no, you aren't.
All right, nice. We're gonna see him on the cross next to Jesus, aren't we?
Well, there were 2 other criminals next to him, so Hugin fits that bill.
For like our later conversation. So I
He's the 4th criminal that was planted on the other side of the hill.
Yeah,
He was the rare case where the Romans crucified him upside down just to shut him up.
not with a cross, but with an axe.
I should probably stream about Destiny tonight. Honestly, Sen, you should, because really, this shit here, it's not that it's dead, it's just too mind-numbing. To like, after like, what, 15 minutes, it just fucking drains you. However, I don't sleep, so we're gonna continue.
think talking about
yeah.
like because I guess maybe one question I have is like most of the time like when your name comes up, people
As I said before, I think you should stream the Destiny shit. You could just do whatever you want, Sen. You be you. You always do the best things when it's you think it. I'm talking shit right now. Give me a minute. Yeah, you should do what makes you happy, Sen. And as long as you're happy about streaming Destiny, you should go for it. Now, let's get back to this fucking bog fest.
will do like associate you with like Steve and Maya, and I kind of want to know like how did that all begin as well? Like how involved have you been with them? When did you start interacting with them? Like that kind of thing.
I started interacting right around the time when the video that Repzion created about Maya got striked, and everybody was freaking out because it kept getting striked, and he kept having to like put it back up. But a lot of people didn't know that I consider myself like friendly with Steve until we had a fake private eye in our private chat who was paying attention to everything that was going on and pretending to be a supporter. So I would
Again,
say
that's
like
what's
the whole
weird.
Steve thing came about because like I would like Steve's tweets every now and then and stuff, but like people didn't know that we actually like chit chatted every once in a while until the whole.
Oh no, we were fully aware that you were. You see, what's the word? Some people need to keep their mouth shut. GG.
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing is like just because we have the group chats doesn't mean we have the personal DMs. But again, Steve talks to a lot of people behind the scenes. It's how we get our juicy tidbits about him crying about me whenever I make him sad.
Oh, he cries about so. Yeah, if he wasn't such a pathetic waste of life, I'd feel sorry for him. But like, it's the fact that he keeps getting himself into this shit and he doesn't learn from it, you know?
Yeah, he's very regressive in like the lessons that he's supposedly learned. He's a lot like Slug.
Well, you see, you know what? I'm just gonna leave that where it is.
Private fake PI situation. And I know this is going to sound like, I'm pretty sure Steve will understand when I say this. This is a parasocial relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not like
it's
besties or anything. Like, he doesn't, I mean, like, we don't like sit and chat every day. I think he's funny. I think he's cool. And I always thought so. But like, and same goes with Maya. It's like, we're not like best friends or anything. We're there to share information with each other and like sometimes joke around and stuff.
see that right there.
It's kind
Sorry,
of like
that
what we're doing
screams
right
normal.
now. Yeah.
That screams normal to me when you say that because a lot of people in this community.
Huge, and you don't know the fucking definition of normal. Shut the fuck up. Do you see?
Yeah, on top of that, like what Ruby is describing is basically all of our relationships online. Like
Chat,
within-
real quick. You know what? Let's leave this up to the Senate, shall we say, right? The Senate. Chat. Does anything
Are
of
we
what
Romans now?
Ave Kaiser. Oh no, but chat. Be honest. According to Hujin, this stuff sounds normal. Now, for everyone in this chat who's in the know, does this sound normal? Because I'll be honest with you, if this was anyone else, that would have been normal. See, because it's these fucking jokers. I don't think it's very normal, and I think this is Ruby trying to fucking pull the wool over Hoojin's eyes about what was really going on behind the scenes. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, because I've read the chat logs. It's a lot of psychotic shit. Like the feelings that they have, the fucking rumors that they start, and just how they huff their own shit. It's just fucking disgusting and psychotic.
Yeah, it's fucking weird, isn't it?
Like supposedly when me and Sin went on Slug's live stream when Jane was there, supposedly I wanted Repsion's attention for the longest fucking time, as well as his money. Same with Sin, but we actively were going against Repsion on behalf of Steve for the longest time. Because Steve was our friend, and that was like a really dumb decision on retrospect. So the whole thing is like Ruby will be the malicious like storyteller and liar.
Oh yeah, of
Then
course.
she'll then Maya takes it and runs with it. Steve is still in that group chat. He gets notified. He probably reads some of the shit. He doesn't have to respond. He'll just roll with it. And we'll get into it sooner, but continue.
Yeah. So a lot of people in the chat, we have Auric saying no, it doesn't sound normal. Sen saying that's good simp. Bell said, see, I'm not terminally online, so it's definitely not normal. And then Dev said, doesn't seem normal to me. And that's pretty much the Senate giving the vote. So it's not I just fucking booted my desk. Oh, my fucking foot. Alright, well...
No, let's get the vote from the horse.
Not the leave Caligula's horse out of this. While I'm resting my foot, y'all get to enjoy more madness.
Right? They've had a small interaction with somebody, and suddenly they're friends, right? They're best friends. And
So
for
like,
me,
if you
that
stop
always...
talking to me and interacting with me, and Maya too, like I have no reason to be upset, or like I probably would just consider it like something that was meant, you know, if they like had to move on or whatever, cut ties and stuff like that.
So I'd like to pose a question. So everyone heard what Ruby just said, right? Gigi, you heard it, right? So I would like to pose a question. Let's hypothetically say Steve stopped associating with you and everyone that you talk to, but then suddenly were to talk to myself, Sen, or Gigi, and started talking about some of the shit that went on your end of things. You wouldn't give a shit about that, right? Because it's like, as you just said, it's just, oh, we just stopped talking, right? Make sense, Sen? Or not Sen, Gigi?
Yeah, I mean, that's basically what happened between Sin and Steve, so yeah, it makes sense.
Right, but I guarantee you if Steve were to go rogue on Ruby, I fucking guarantee you wouldn't hear the end of it on Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
I fucking guarantee you that now, but... Let's go.
So it's not like a situation where I would feel betrayed if they got busy and they had to move on and nobody was talking to nobody, and you know what I'm saying, right? It's
Yeah,
like
I think that's the difference between, like, with your situation, like Maya's, for instance. It's like, I mean, for you, I get this sense of...
Why does he say that? I wouldn't feel betrayed, as if he would just go and snitch on her. Did anyone else notice that? It's like, why that specific wording? She could have used any other word. She's probably used to it by now. Dev just said she sure was mad about her GC getting leaked. Me thinks someone is a liar.
Both of them. Like, there was the secret garden, and then there was the pond, and apparently both of them had to deal with some fucking book or movie that revolved around women healing from some stupid bullshit.
Healing from what? They're the one that told the fucking lies.
Well, that's the whole thing. It's like, for a while, Maya and Ruby would be using this coded language, like, and we're continuing to heal. We're in the process of healing, and we're all like, what the fuck are they talking about? Apparently, The Pond is like a movie about a woman who goes through like basically, if she was married to Hugin.
So punching bag.
An abusive relationship, yes.
All right.
And they finally get out of it, and they're in the process of healing.
God, only they would watch that kind of fucking chick flick.
Well, yeah, because they're the only ones who make that chick flick out of the Repsion Maya story.
Yeah, okay, look. It's gonna be a bit gruesome when I say this. But wasn't it not fucking Maya that beat the shit out of Repsion?
Yeah,
And
Maya's
there's no
also the same one who
and
like cut herself.
Repsion, there's no shame in that. Trust me, us guys, we need to talk about that shit more when it happens. Ain't no fucking shame on you. It could have happened to anyone.
Yeah, and here's the thing: like Repsion has had like a history with crazy women being his girlfriends. Like Maya isn't the first one, and I hope she is the last one because Jane and Repsion just announced their marriage. So, or well, not marriage, but their engagement. So good on them.
Why the
I'm
fuck
happy
is
for 'em.
everyone? Why the fuck is Sen and fucking Silverback spamming gorillas in the chat?
Oh, because it's a monkey thing.
It's a. Yes, I. Okay, anyway.
Like, oh, I actually
But,
enjoy engaging with this a little bit, and it's kind of funny to me. I know Maya probably enjoys it in her own ways, probably too sometimes. But again, it's almost like
One thing I will say though is I'm fiercely loyal. Like even if I've had like problems with someone, like there's a girl in there that I was friends with for a long time, and she just kind of went towards.
Can I fucking skip this? Because like this is like I can't. I don't like it when people lie straight to everyone's face.
Well, just keep going because this is where she brings up like several characters that she doesn't want to name.
She's
Sen's community and just kind of did
Sen, that's you. All right, they're talking about us now.
some dirty stuff, but I'm not going to sit there and like try to destroy her or get revenge.
why?
Well, I think one of the reasons why is because once you have like a friendship developed with someone,
Yeah,
I
I
don't
get
know
that.
how to describe it. Well, okay, if I started talking shit about her and saying, God, she's so fucking awful, that would make me look bad. That's
Yeah,
the,
of course.
that's the problem with this community. When they like turn on someone and they start talking shit about them, they don't realize that they're making themselves look bad
It's just gossipy
by
high school
talking shit about
mentality,
the
right?
other person. Yeah, it's like, dude, you don't do that. Like, that's like bad etiquette. You're
Okay, so why did you guys go and attack Zana for the longest time, huh?
I got a.
And if you weren't so upset about the group chat, why is that the main reason for going at Zana?
I've got a better question there. Not to spoil it for anyone in the chat, but Ruby, didn't you call a certain staff member of Sen a certain derogatory name?
Well,
Didn't-
she repeats it here in this stream.
Yes, she does. Yeah, it is Cancer Sen. Absolutely right. It is. I want to skip it, but we're gonna see where this goes because your name's been brought up and such. So let's see. See, I probably
Trust
fucked
me, they'll
myself
get
over
into
there.
it.
I fucked myself over because of the stream delay, and now this is going to appear at this point. But anyway.
Well, here's the thing, Sim. Like, we only need to cover the first 60 minutes of this thing because that's like all the important shit
Oh, what? Did they start giving each
that
other
regarding
virtual
to
hand
us
jobs in the second
and
hour?
everyone we're associated with.
Yeah, alright.
No, they basically go on to the other topics, which aren't as interesting.
Yeah, don't worry, Dev. It's all good. Look, we just need to get through like what another few minutes of this, and then we can KO it.
supposed to. Okay, so if you have beef with someone, especially if it's in a situation like this where it's online and stuff, you just kind of handle that shit on the sidelines and try not to complain too much and don't like throw them under the bus because it's just gonna make you look like an asshole because you were friends with them.
Hello, pot me kettle, kettle
As
pot.
did it to Zana.
She is something else. Like, I've met a lot of manipulating, lying little bitches in my time, right? She is something else. She's sitting here and she's trying to pander this fucking false, like, idea of, if you have an issue with me, you can just talk to me and we can get it sorted. Now, in reality, she's like a tiger at the gates.
I'd love to, Ruby, but you have me blocked on Twitter.
She had me blocked
love
for the
to
longest
settle our
time, and then she unblocked me.
I could explain to you point blank how I was able to get Steve convinced at least 25% that you were the murderer during that whole episode. His words, by the way, he started believing the stuff that I was telling him about you, and he became very suspicious of you, Ruby.
Very so.
So don't act like it was all smoke and mirrors and conspiracy theories when your behavior led us to believe that you could have been the fucking murderer.
Well, here's the thing, Sen, right? Everybody, see, this is the thing. So remember the whole thing about everybody brings up the whole lolly thing for Sen, right? Well, this whole new thing
Yeah.
is that everyone is trying to say now that he gets fucking nudes from Dev. And I think that's fucking hilarious because it's like they went straight from the lolly shit to like a new thing that these clowns here have started, right? And once again, it's all bullshit, you know? It's like they can't get anything on Sen, so what they do is when they can't find anything that's creditable or factual, they just make it up out of thin air, go to a bunch of their fucking friends, and just get them to fucking spread it around. That's
Yeah,
what-
I mean, here's the thing. Unlike Maya, Dev isn't a whore, Hyujin, Ruby, Pika.
Yeah, look, seriously, all I have to say about this is like, who has the OnlyFans? And it's pretty much
Yeah, I
done
mean,
deal.
Apparently, yeah, and like the whole Discord mommy thing is a joke where we called her the mod mother. Like that was the joke. Apparently, the Discord mommy thing gets misinterpreted because Steve.
It's only because of him, actually, which is kind of funny when you think about it.
Yeah, like all three of these idiots here on screen are all being informed by Steve and his logic.
So really, what you're saying is that the words in this little video here should be reversed. It should be fucking insanity over logic.
Nah, just insane in the membrane
Oh,
won't work.
Dev, nobody wants to see Ruby naked, so she's angry.
Well, yeah, because I've already seen her face without the filters, and holy shit, I'm afraid of what else is down there.
Okay, we're gonna move right along now.
Yeah, I get
That
that.
makes
Like,
me
there's,
sense.
there's a portion of you that still respects them in that manner, and I understand that. Like, I
I
completely
trust
get
her.
that.
I liked her. I stood up for her. And so like, if I go against her, that makes me look like I'm just as bad as the person who screwed me over. Like,
I mean,
I
don't
don't
get me
know
wrong.
if that
I feel like that's not a thing that is deserving for every situation. Like mine and Abby's, for instance, that is a completely different ballgame.
yeah,
But-
you guys were friendly, but you probably weren't like close. Like, you didn't
No,
feel
not
like
at all.
it was
Oh,
on.
by the
like,
fucking
yeah, she's
gods.
just, I don't know, very strange. But
She is
suppose-
California. If you ever meet
Um,
another person from SoCal, you'll know
I
exactly
know what you're talking
about.
I know what you're talking about.
Everybody gives Abby shit, but it's because they don't understand that she is like the epitome of California. They're entitled, they're spoiled, they complain a lot. You know, if they get mad at you, they'll throw like trains and cars and
They
anything.
can't define their gender.
And
That's
then the next day, they're
hilarious.
not even pissed off anymore. They're like, I don't even know why you're upset. Like, why are you so mad?
yeah, no, I get that. That's funny. It's I suppose like again going back to like obviously like with Maya, Steve, you, and this whole situation, right? A lot of the hate that stems around you simply because it's simply because you've supported Maya and Steve previously.
Oh, there's one thing
you
I
are.
forgot to tell.
Can I just I just want to say like as far as I'm aware, you've always just been like I guess like a viewer, right?
Yeah, just an orbiter. Well,
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's a lot more to hate her for because of her own actions.
I mean, I think
regarding
I think her
news.
describing herself as an orbiter is a fucking joke. I think that's an out of season April Fool's joke.
I mean, yeah, I mean, she's not so much an orbiter as she is a plotter for a gay op.
Oh, Bell's just hit us with some rare Bell wisdom. They will say Sen supports CP because he has me in his community with my profile picture. And then Dev said, someone hold that mirror up to Ruby again. Let's not. Let's just avoid that whole avenue because you see, I like being able to articulate my body. I don't want to be turned to stone.
I mean, here's the thing, like, if that's, like, the worst thing, like, Maya's even worse because she gets off to that shit. She gets off to kids getting beaten by their fathers.
That's
And
that's
it's
some
not a
trauma.
joke. I mean, when someone says LMFAO, it doesn't inherently make it a joke. I mean, laughter is levity.
I mean,
that they
okay,
get
honestly, though,
enjoyment out of the
everybody who
situation
shared-
doesn't automatically make it a joke.
But everybody who shared that screenshot around, right? Everybody was literally condemning it, even in like the group chat where it came from. Remember? like everybody was fucking condemning it, being like, yeah, no, that's way too
Except for
fucking...
Steve.
Oh yeah, well of course, except for Steve, he'd fuck anything with a hole. Yeah,
Even an
exactly,
ant
Sen.
mound?
How is she just an How is she just an orbiter when she involves herself in CPS calls? Egg fucking exactly. Orbiter my ass. The only thing that she's fucking orbiting is the fucking fumes she lets out to make her believe her own shit. Sorry, let's go.
Keep
We're almost there.
One thing I'd like to add that kind of fleshes out the situation and makes this make more sense.
Yeah,
There was another girl in this community named Muse, and people were going after her really hard, and she didn't have anyone to stand up for her. And they thought that I was her standing up for myself. Like, if I was her. So
No, don't
when
say
I came
anything.
into this situation, they were like, that's Muse.
Yeah,
They thought I was a
again,
completely different person than who I am.
Ruby,
And they
closet. Ruby, there's a reason why they thought you were Muse. You both share the same psychotic energy, and you're both redheads. I mean, it's the same reason why everyone associates you with Maya, not just because of the open association, but because of the same stupid energy.
I have a confession to make. I thought Ruby was Maya at
What?
one point. Just... I mean, in my defense, you just made my defense for me.
I mean, we all know, like, even as men, we know there is, like, the crazy bitch aura. There's just some of us
Yeah.
who are blind to it because
Yeah,
of
Steve.
reasons. Yeah, Steve. I mean, again, like another fucking thing with Repsion, for the longest time, he would always date, like, these crazy bitches, so.
All right, let's keep it going.
kept saying that. They kept telling each other, don't take her seriously. She's crazy. She's schizophrenic. She's, all this stuff. They were putting their shitty opinions about this girl on me, thinking that I was her. And that was
I had a bit of an opinion about you a little while ago, I suppose. Like, where, I guess, like, the perspective from, like, that I had was that I'm seeing these insane, crazy people, and you can tell by the way that they talk that they're insane and crazy. Talking about gas chambers and things like this. Like, again, it's crazy. Some of the stuff that you see them write towards you is nuts.
The king troll can't recognize trolling.
Or shit talking, for that matter.
Oh no, he can fully recognize that, mate. Look who he's in a fucking stream with. Anyway.
I mean, here's the thing, like, the crazy bitch energy with Ruby, like, I've seen it firsthand when we were dealing with that whole murder investigation shit. Like, I'd replied to one of her tweets, like, saying, how did this supposed person get, like, hacked materials? And she's like, what'd she say? She brings up Lucky Phil as a hacker. Then she immediately responds to the same tweets like, wait, you think I'm a hacker? I'm like, yeah, that's schizo behavior. You're thinking of two different things at the same time and then putting it out there.
Mm.
Because you're definitely under pressure because you're acting like a fucking idiot. You weren't helping the investigation. You were practically hindering it with your fucking antics. And the amount of lies that we caught you in during that whole entire situation is more than enough evidence to prove that you're not an orbiter, but an active fucking agent with the fucking nonsense. So there is no fucking, like, excuse for your behavior, and you're just covering for your ass at this point.
Fucking Auric said Hoojin speed running that abuse game. Just get the dream music in the background. Anyway.
For me, I just feel like realistically, it does just boil down to you interacting with Maya and Steve. And the thing is like, there's also a side of me where it's like, obviously, I see that you do engage with the humor. I think, and I'm not gonna lie to you here, right? I think there is a portion to you where you and somebody else in this community actually do, and you'll hate it, but you remind me of each other just slightly. It's actually MAGA edit, right? And it's for the same reason that I believe that you are just somebody who takes the piss. You're involved in this for the laughs and the giggles, and
oh yes, because as Dev said, CPS called striking channels and doxing is a little bit of trolling.
Yeah, like, since when was Maggot Edits someone who called CPS on another mother? Because Maggot Edits is a mother, from what I heard.
I think it just goes to show that this dude has no clue who he's talking to. He has no clue
Oh, he
whatsoever.
does. He's just been given a script to sidestep all the bullshit. That's about it.
Oh, he was given a Jimmy Fallon script. Gotcha.
Mhm.
Anyway.
I appreciate that. That's funny.
At first, I didn't want to be all serious about everything, but I wanted to like get the facts straight, and be like, y'all, what the hell? Like, why are you just making shit up out of thin air? What is this?
You couldn't
Wait a
lie
minute, wait a
straight.
minute, wait a
You
minute.
couldn't lie straight in the bed, Ruby. Shut the fuck up.
Hold on, you didn't want to get serious about it, but you wanted to get the facts straight. I'm sorry, but getting the facts straight is taking something serious.
Yep, I'm used to that shit now at this fucking stage. Hey yo, Chad. Yes, we are. We are getting straight into more of these fucking idiots. It never ends. It's the never-ending battle.
It's like they're throwing shit at a wall to see if it'll stick.
Yeah, again,
Kinda
it's like I get the same thing, right? So like they
Oh,
try
like
saying
how
the same
Jane
stuff about
murdered Rep.
Oh yeah, what the fuck? What? Okay, I'm gonna regret this, but how the fuck did that come about?
Okay, well, Repsion was quiet on social media for about a month, and Steve and Ruby were joking on Twitter like, "Oh, Jane killed Repsion." You know, like not in those words. They were like being more of alluding to the idea that Jane had done something to Repsion. That's why he hasn't been around. That's why he's been quiet as a church mouse and shit like that.
Yeah. All right. Well, but,
me. You wouldn't believe the things that have been said about. Well, actually, you probably would. Funnily enough.
If you sit back and watch them, they repeat themselves. They
Yeah,
have
but that's what.
MO. They say the same shit about people like every year after year.
This is what they were.
Okay, have you looked at Maya?
yeah.
I mean, she made over 5,000 tweets repeating herself to a bunch of different people
You know
in
what-
4 days.
You know what's funny is that I kind of feel insulted about that, especially if Hoojin has seen my video on him. I'm insulted that you would imply that I say the same shit about you over and over again. I'm insulted by that. You should go and watch that video. It might improve your content. Wink, wink. Oh, what am I kidding? He's unsavable. If he's gonna believe this mad bitch, he's gonna believe anything. Hey, Hoojin, the sky's black. Oh yeah, it is.
Speaks volumes about their character, right? And again, like that's why I think a lot of these people don't realize when they do stuff like this and they go into these kind of situations in these ways is that they're not realizing like how bad they look in the way that they're typing and things like this. I know, like I'm the type of poster on Twitter that's like people call me crazy, right? Because I write long posts.
Yeah.
No. They don't call you crazy because you write long posts. They call you crazy or fake because you're such an obnoxious fucking twat
That's an
when you respond to
understatement.
people. That's why they call you crazy, is because you act like you're King Troll when you're
Instead,
nowhere near the level of Salvo was when he was going at Tipster.
instead you're king shit. King bullshit of King Shit Valley. Oh,
But I think there's a portion to that where it's like a lot of my long posts are usually not directed at anybody. Usually it's like filled with like
he's been caught out. GG, tell him.
Oh, you mean the long post where he kept responding to me?
No. He means the other ones.
The other ones?
Yeah, the other ones when he's just screaming at a wall, hoping somebody will respond.
Oh, yeah. He does that a lot on Twitter, too. But I've only seen it through secondhand. As far as what I could tell, his Twitter is basically just either him responding to fucking drama or trying to start it. There is, like, very
No in
little in the
between,
way
yeah.
of technical know-how being described.
Alright, we're almost at the 60-minute mark.
information surrounding my servers and things like this.
That's why I delete so much stuff. I'm like, it's funny at first, and it's funny reading what they write. But one of the reasons why I delete everything is because like I know they're a-logging it, so I don't care about that. But like I just don't want that like stinking up my timeline. I don't want to be reminded 6 months from now of something that happened. I just want to move on.
But again, they don't. I feel like they never come up with anything new, and then they just use the same thing. So again,
Yeah.
like they all kind of got like this thing from Slug. Like bear in mind, Slug is the person who made up the rumor that I beat my ex-wife.
He makes up all kinds of. He said that I did.
So, Hoojin, don't worry, right? He made up that rumor about you. Well, guess what? Detective Simp Killer here is going to help you out in a rare moment. Why did you break up with your ex-wife? Tell us what happened. Do you reckon we'll get any information on that regard, GG?
I doubt it, because he's very vague about how they, separated. He's like, he reads from a script from that too. It's like, it was very amicable. We separated, you know.
Oh yeah, I bet you did. The fucking police separated you.
Likes to fuck college girls, which I thought was the most hilarious thing ever.
Like the thing is, for me, with that is just like, again, he does the same thing with person after person, where he's just like, the first thing that he always calls everybody is, well, he calls them the P word, right? And I think that
You
right
should have
there,
this. You should have like one of your friends show up and be like, "Slug's right. He did beat me." Like pull his elbow and be like, "Psych, I'm just kidding."
like, I'm not kidding, right? It's funny
Get 'em
because,
all
like, I mean,
excited.
I've seen the messages between Salvo and Slug, and the thing was that I got, or like the vibe that I got from those messages was like crazy fan material. Like, it was almost like, I guess,
Yeah, these people don't understand. what
Salvo very clearly clicked on that he was like a schizo and like a complete spurg, I guess.
Hey, Hoojin, you wouldn't want to be talking about crazy fans when you're hanging around with Maya because there's a little implication there that you're sub to the OnlyFans. So,
Yeah, go do an oracle and say she's hot, you know, like a fucking idiot for the thousandth time.
Because he thinks he's a troll, right? But I guarantee you, behind that screen when you were calling him out, Gigi, I guarantee you he was in tears. Like, you
I
know
could
the
pretty much
you know the
tell you he was
Wojak?
punching a bunch of sand.
Yeah, but you know the fucking Wojak where it's like red eyes and crying? That's him.
Well, he had a mask in front of it too. That one. That's the Wojak that perfectly fits him.
Oh, Dev said it perfectly
is
here.
the smirking mask Wojak?
Yeah, that's exactly the one. But Dev has said it perfectly here. Crazy knows crazy, I guess. Yeah, birds of a feather flock together.
And then after that, like, he's seen like the messages that he was sending. When he stopped responding to him and stopped giving him any attention, that's when Slug started, like, I guess, like, having malicious activity towards him, all because like he didn't give him attention. So like,
And
when
you
it
know
comes
what's funny? Slug is a little puppet. He has little puppet masters telling him what to do. They use him
100%.
as a weapon. So a lot of the stuff that he did
Okay,
towards Salvo
that's
was probably
fucking bullshit.
he.
It's projecting, Gigi. Don't
Slug
worry.
is not a puppet. I know it's projecting, but like Slug is no puppet. Like the dude, he like again, if Eugen's going to make the argument that quite clearly Slug has a disability, and that like throws away all the fucking evil monotony bullshit that he was coming up with to make Slug like seem as unapproachable as possible. They go in and say, "Well, he's a puppet too." Like, okay,
Which
who's
is
pulling
it?
the strings here? Do you like? Is he a retard? Is he a puppet? Or is he unironically
No, but they
evil?
change it to suit their own whims, though. It's like the whole shit with Sen and the lolly thing, you know? It's like it always changes to benefit their own personal voices at the time. So right now, he's a puppet master, but when it comes to talking about him when it's just Hoojin, he's a disabled man who doesn't know any better. And then when it comes to like Maya and all that, he's a very dangerous person, you know what I mean? It all changes
even though, like,
depending on who's talking about him.
Yeah, and like here's the thing, like there's no violent past history on Slug's record at all. Like I'm talking about criminal record here. There are no fucking incidents where he's been arrested for violence.
Sens just said, I am pulling the strings, I am God. Sen's over here playing a big game of like Total War.
Well, I mean, here's the thing, Sen. You do remember Steve was the one who told you to pull Slug strings so you could get more information on it to feed to Steve.
I think we know who the puppet master is now.
Because that's the main reason why, you know, Steve got so butthurt, and they'll try and reframe that here in the stream as well.
He probably had some influence, if you get what I'm saying, like on the side. I'm not sure because I wasn't there and I'm not in those chats or anything like that. But that's what it looked like to me. It looked like someone was using him as a weapon to do dirty stuff to Salvo, just because they
Yeah.
could. Like a bunch of people sitting around talking shit about Salvo, and they, you know, that's kind of probably what happened.
here's the thing, and this is always going to be my take, and I've been very consistent on
Okay,
this
hold
take
up,
with
hold
Salvo,
up.
is that
Here's the thing. The only person that we could all think of that would be pulling the strings of fucking Slug to go at Salvo at the time when that was happening would have been Tipster. That's the only one who was so butthurt at fucking Salvo to the level that he would try and do anything to destroy him.
Oh, Sens, after saying Kayla looked up Slug's criminal record and only found his brother's info and gave it to Steve.
Yeah.
Well, it's once again, though, I always go back to this quote that was in the Bible. I love this one because it annoys people. It's like ye free of sin should cast the first stone. It's like you can't call Slug out for something that y'all have done in the past, you know? Because
And
like,
here's the thing, like, I mean, Slug, for all we know, there is no domestic abuse charges against Slug.
I don't know
From
about
what
you.
we know,
Who's
it's suspected that Hugin did beat his girlfriend.
it's
So it's
yeah.
fun to meme about
But
it.
here's the thing, though. It's like, why would he make that up, Hoojin? Right? It's
I mean,
like,
where would he get the idea? Because it's a very specific thing to go at you with, other than just calling you a generic pedophile.
yeah. It's like, seriously, you're shooting yourself in the foot multiple times. But anyway.
I mean,
You know,
thou doth protest too much. That's the whole problem with you, Hugin. You don't just ignore the fucking, like, wife-beating claims or jokes in most instances, like what I was doing. You know, the
Yeah.
trolling that you say that you're so good at that you can't handle when it gets thrown back at you.
Alright, let's see it.
I have my issues with him. But I don't blame him for like acting like some of the ways that he does. If you see what he put up with since December, like I mean, obviously I've dealt with Slug, right? And I
He
mean,
never
everybody
told me
knows
he
what
was
it's
a nice guy. He
Yeah,
never
well,
said, "Oh, nice guy."
Well, that's the thing, right? Like for me, I've dealt with Slug now for months, right? And obviously I know what it's like to deal with him. It's not that it's like, oh, it's scary. It's that it's just like annoying, right? It's just an annoying annoyance and like a nuisance.
Okay, so why do you keep making the fucking videos on him then, you fucking moron? Like, this is
Yeah,
is
why do
you
you keep
in a-
trying to make him sound like he keeps trying to make him sound like he's evil? Like the community should stay away from this man. He's a danger to society.
He is this guy is such a bona fide alabaster retard. Like, he really fucking is. It's like, what was it? What did he just say there? See, that's how dumb he is. He makes me forget my train of thought. Like, I don't think he's that bad.
He said that Slug is just annoying.
Yeah, he's just annoying. It's like, so why is it that at every single interval, you either poke jabs at him or you make videos on him? Something isn't adding up here, you fucking British waffle-headed dope.
Waffle headed.
Like, what the fuck is going on here, you fucking pasty white Wellington boot-headed fuck? What are you talking about? You see, this is the same shit when I was... You remember when I was editing that other video, right? And I got frustrated. This is happening again now. Because he keeps invalidating his own shit, and that annoys me.
Yeah, it's like his previous arguments aren't like staying constant in his head when he's trying to make a statement. Like, if you want to say that Slug is everything, like all the above, just say that. Like, don't leave it up to interpretation to where you like fucking torpedo your own argument with like, well, you can obviously tell he's, disabled. And I've looked up the kind of dogs that he has, and those are the only dogs that for certain disabled people. I'm like, okay. So maybe that's why he's annoying. Maybe that's why he flies off the handle and does shit, is that he doesn't have control of all of his mental faculties.
Oh, I'm so tired of these fucking retards, bro.
I know it's not an excuse, but it is an explainer, and you could at least try to forgive some of the stupid shit that he does, and not try to paint him as like some
But, like, why do they
evil,
go after
violent
people?
pedophile
But
who's coming to your house.
This is what I don't get, right? Why do they always go after people and they never have a full argument ready? It's either that they're half cocked or they have nothing. So they have to ad lib fucking everything that qualifies as information, you know?
Well, it's because they know they don't have a strong enough case, or they believe they have a strong enough case until they come to the littlest bit of resistance, so they have to pull something out of their ass.
This is like a concrete fucking barrier.
Yeah. I mean, the first bit of resistance is getting the ball rolling down the hill, and that's dealing with inertia. Like, you think these people would actually like to try and get Slug on something, but they really can't. I mean, Slug admits to everything that he does wrong, and he does apologize for some of it. But then again, it's like the fucking track record bullshit. It's like, look, if it's a track record of behavior that Slug's going to do, you know how to work around it.
Yeah. Oh.
Like, don't
Hey.
be so personal with information.
Oh. Hey.
Like, don't
hold on. 2
involve
seconds there.
yourself.
GG. Hey, Dino. So I'm in a bit of an awkward position right now, GG, because my phone needs to charge. That's the only lifeline I have to chat, so I'm awkwardly standing between my PC and my phone. Okay, anyway.
Okay.
I need to get my streaming shit together. But anyway.
Yeah, why
You
don't
know
you
the
just
scary
plug your
part of it
phone
is
into your
You
computer,
don't know
not
who he's talking
charge.
to or who he's going to get on his side. And unfortunately, sometimes he could be really convincing.
Here's the
Especially
thing,
if
though.
the person is like new to the community
Uh,
and they don't know his history. He could be really
honestly,
convincing and
I'm
goofy
not
and be
kidding.
like, oh, this guy's great. I love him.
You need-
Jesus Christ. One at a time. It's like it's two self-indulged pricks battling for the last word. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or at least try to get their point across.
What point? What point? The only point I've heard from this is slug bad, but not always bad. All I've fucking heard from them, they might as well have just said ape strong together at this fucking point. Alright, let's get to the finish line of this, because I'm honestly about to I'm about to throw someone through a wall.
to take that thought out of your mind. Honestly, and the reason why that is because people that have any kind of knowledge in anything that he wants to do would never involve themselves with him. And the reason why that is because
Right.
people, yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, like people that
Except
do
for
kind
fucking
of stuff,
whoever that
Yeah.
guy is.
the kind of stuff that he wishes he could do, the people that do that,
Thank
not
you,
only do they
Dino.
not make that public, right? But they also do not interact with people that they worry could like reveal their identity and things like that. And Slug is like, he wants to be a cop, right? I mean, realistically, he is like the disabled cop of like the comic territory community. Like that's how I feel. Like he's like, and
What? That was just
Okay,
mean.
okay. If he's the disabled cop of commentary, then he's like Officer Doofy from Scary Movie.
Wait a minute, no, wait a minute, because Hoojin, you fucking deal in false shit, so does that make you the CNN of commentary?
Oh yeah, probably.
The fucking Alex Jones of commentary?
I mean, that was more Salvo shtick, but
disabled cop, like, that's... The only person who's fucking disabled here is you, Hoojin, because the last time you tried to string a sentence together, it turned into a fucking yodel of, oh, I-E-I-O-U...
well, here's the thing: the disabled cop of commentary actually works better for Slug, because if you've ever seen the movie Scary Movie, Officer Doofy or Deputy Doofy, I forget which one it was.
It's Officer...
He's like-
yeah, one or the other.
He's like, I'm Officer Doofy, and then like it turns out he's the fucking killer, and it's like an all an act, and he gets chicks.
That's the thing, see, I'm trying not to get angry because there's people asleep in my house, and last time I got angry,
the funniest part is, you know, you kind of see that behavior, and every single time that you go for somebody that surrounds him, right? He's like, you don't attack my friends. Like, and it's like, the fuck are you doing, dude? The fuck are you doing? Like,
Yep, I'm doing it. What the fuck are you on about? You're doing the same shit.
Like, like
You're
here's the thing,
literally
if
doing
you're-
the same shit, you fucking Brit Redcoat stupid wanker cockbag. What the fuck are you on about? You fucking belligerent, stupid imp of a man.
It's like, Hugin, do you even know like the basics of human psychology? If you've got a friend, you're going to defend them, regardless if they're in the wrong or not. It's just instinctual to do so.
Oh,
Because, you know, your friends are part of your tribe. It's the same thing between me and Sin and Redski and Dev and Simp Killer and everybody within the server.
oh, but they don't understand that because they fucking backstab each other on a regular fucking basis. It's like being friends with Julius Caesar.
Don't you mean Brutus and Cassius?
Yes.
They're the ones who stabbed him in the back, not the other way around.
Maya's the type of person who put Pompey's head in a box. we thought you would have enjoyed this.
Historical humor, folks.
Historical, yeah. I apologize for anyone who's in the chat like, huh? I'll explain it in a future video, possibly. But anyway.
you know,
He never stays friends with people for too long. Every single person that he gets close to, he always fucks them over somehow. And it's-
100%.
I hate it because like some of these people don't deserve it, you know.
It's kind of crazy, I think, because it's like, again, the people that do surround themselves, because like you've probably seen a certain Twitter account by the name of like Cheerleader, and it's like a tipster fan account or something like this. You've
Yeah,
probably
she's
seen
one of my enemies. She's
Yeah.
one of my little friends, my fans.
I love that. I love that. So I mean, I guess like this person, every single time that I've interacted with them, the communication that I've had with them has been awful in a way where it's like, holy Christ, like what am I dealing with here? Like in a way, and that's how all of his little
Again, Ashley Kripopoulos, or cheerleader, she is a disabled person as well.
I fucking hit my head
I
off my
mean-
desk out of stupidity.
And here's the thing, like, me and her don't agree on everything either. Like, especially when it comes to Tipster.
I'll tell you what,
So-
Gigi. I need you to keep talking to the audience. I need to go downstairs and get a drink before I fucking put my fist through this PC. So here's what I'm gonna do. This is kind of
Alright.
like a little intermission. Sim Killer is gonna get water and douse himself in it. Y'all have fun, and I'll see you when I'm back.
All right. Well, again, like as I was saying, like the whole thing with cheerleader is she is disabled, and when Hugin tries to deal with disabled people, we see how that turns out. He's just incredibly fucking mean-spirited and fucking retarded himself, because disabilities collide with each other. The other problem with what Ruby is saying here is that she's usually more than likely picking a fight with somebody that cheerleader likes. And again, it's the whole defend your friend or defend someone that you care about concept that apparently is alien to Hugin and the rest of them. Okay, let's see here. I'm getting messages right now. Oh, for fuck's sake, Sen. But anyway, the whole thing here is that Hugin is out of his gourd when it comes to most of the shit he's speaking, because he's getting his information from Steve, a guy who will twist things like, oh, the information that he got on Slug's supposed father being a pedophile wasn't actually Slug's father. Yet he still refuses to release it because he got it from someone who's incompetent. And Hugin will roll with that information for whatever reason. I mean, it's not hard to tell like where he draws the line. But again, when you're trying to decipher his act versus him being real, it's just he's just a fucking idiot. He wants to be a troll, but he wants to be taken seriously at the same time when it comes to these kinds of stories. However, the act is that it's so see-through that you don't have to really take him seriously.
All right, I've returned from my momentary break, and I'm feeling much better. Now let's undo all that work. So where did we leave off?
About the cheerleader person.
Oh, great. All right, give us the backstory.
I already did, so just continue.
Oh, yes, sir, massa. I'll continue this video for you.
cronies are that like follow him around. I
And
guess
she didn't
like
even care about him or like him or anything like that until
This
he was
is-
getting attention from people like Peepaw and people like Matt,
Hear
who
me out.
was on the recording.
Yeah, hear me out. Do you know the funniest part about him? The people that he actually believes are his closest friends. So, like, people that, like, in this community, and I'm going to be honest about this here. Hear me out, right? People in this community consider, like, MAGA edits as, like, friends with Slug. And I have seen enough to know that that is 100% not true. I don't believe it is anyway. She's not, like, best buddies with Slug and most certainly.
Oh, what did you ask, Slugger Maggot? Oh, Gigi, Sen
He's
wants.
just-
Hold on, Sen wants to know if you're modding tonight.
I'm up, so I'll be modding Sin. You don't have to ask me right now in the middle of this.
Oh no, it's all good. Hey yo, Sen, right? Look, this is great, right? This live streaming shit, you're right. This is fun. I can do what I love all day. I stay up all night, bro. I could be like Crime Watch for the
Yeah, it might
internet.
cut out.
All right. Well, let's see.
does not support him in his endeavors, right?
She probably
And-
tries to talk some sense into him a lot of times too.
Yeah, that's it. I feel like, and I said this to her privately, I said, like, actually, I think that she is good for Slug. And the reason why that is because if anybody is going to talk him out of doing some crazy shit, it's going to be MAGA Edits, right? And that's the honest truth. Like, I really feel like if MAGA Edits said something to him, he's going to listen. And I don't
just
want to
really
put
hope he
any...
doesn't.
yeah, I also don't want to put any
Okay,
of that
hold up,
responsibility on MAGA.
hold up.
Holding up.
Anyone could talk some sense into Slug. Lisa, anyone who like interacts with him could tell him like, look, Slug, this is a really bad idea, and he'll take it into consideration. Maggot Edits isn't like, you know, magically the one who says, Slug, don't do it. It's like, okay. You know, that's not the situation here.
It's like
Like,
it's
Slug
like
will-
it's like
Slug's-
it's like Jesus' brother in China.
It's like Slug's gonna do what Slug's gonna do, and you could convince him like, hey, this is gonna backfire epically. Why don't you pull back a second? Because I've seen people do that as well. He will do that. He will take advice under consideration.
I mean, somebody
It's just
should.
that when he gets, say what?
I was gonna say somebody should just make a fake Maya account and convince fucking Twitter Greek here to not do this shit.
Well, you know how he is. He doesn't listen to women. He
Well,
just lets them
he
speak when he wants them to.
yeah, he's a very how do I say this as nicely as possible? He's very 1800s. All right. Anyway,
going, I guess.
yeah, I guess you could say this whole thing is dum 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 dum.
Edits, because that is not fair on anyone. But, you
The
know,
only reason why
again,
she's lasted so long is because she's not fragile, like mentally. But there are
No.
some people in his community who are, and he exploits that.
yeah, I feel like he again, you know, I had this situation with him where it was like a back and forth situation. He was constantly justifying going after me by saying Hujan called me a pedophile. And what I actually did was I actually pulled up a clip of somebody else's videos, Steve deleted.
No, you've called it. You've insinuated that he is. You've done it multiple times now, Hooge, and don't try and plant it all on Steve, because you done it in your last
Yeah.
video with your whole. He posted dead links to CP. He did this. It's like, so what's the other implication there, you fucking idiot? That he likes cheese pizza?
I mean, he even split up that situation because that was all singularly under the Rohan incident. I mean, this wasn't like two separate occasions where he was just collecting
Hey, yo, what's
CP
good,
for the
Ritz?
fuck of it.
Yeah. Like, what's the other alternative? Oh, he's trying to insinuate that I called him a pedophile. No, Hoojan, because that's exactly what you fucking did. You fucking, oh my fucking god, like, you can't get this stupid. I feel like he's acting. I really feel like Hoojan is a paid actor.
He probably is.
Because, like, there's no fucking way somebody would say this, and then, like, they'd say this, then be like, yeah, so, in my video, I'm going to make this video about Slug and how much of an asshole he is, and I'm going to pretty much insinuate that he was sharing around CP links. For, yeah, if anyone who's in the know. Didi just said, he wants to think Slug is a pedo because Slug doesn't sim for Ruby and Maya. I don't think so. I think it's a lot deeper for that. As I said in my last video, I said he's doing it because he just hates Slug. That's what I still hold true to that. I still think he just has a fucking rage boner for Slug.
Nah, it's more or less like if you didn't simp for Salvo, he'd have a hate boner for you.
Oh, well, there's that too.
And that's
Dev-
where like his first interaction with Slug happened.
Dev just said, so he complains Slug says pedo all the time, while calling him a pedo. Makes sense and yeah. But you see, Dev, it gets even more crazier when you watch Hoojan's last video, because in that he pretty much says Slug could be a pedo. He pretty much says that. And like he's here now saying, Slug is trying to say that I called him a pedo. I would never. It's like, it's so fucking...
And I actually quote tweeted what Steve said, right? So I didn't accuse him of that. I am going off of what has been put in another video. That is not.
No, but you fucking did! Like, that's the point we're getting to. You did it in your last video. You didn't make any mention of Steve The only time you mentioned Steve was talking about how he done a really good video on Slug, and then you singly, on your own, brought up the whole thing about him sharing those dead links. That was you, not Steve, not Steve's goldfish. That was you. Like, stop trying to fucking get yourself out of shit that you've already put yourself in and that everybody knows you put yourself in. You look like a fucking twat.
Because here's the thing, Eugen. Like, the way how you're presenting the incident is that you're taking Steve's side and saying that Slug is a pedophile.
So, which is...
When we bring up the incident, we're trying to explain it in the most even-handed way possible to both sides.
Exactly. But I hate when people try to save face like this. It's just so, like, oh, it's like Deji. I have no knowledge of any of this. This is so bizarre. Same
And
fucking
here's the
thing.
And here's the thing, like, we can all agree what Slug did was an oopsie on Twitter. He doubled down on the oopsie by saying, well, they're dead links anyway, and, you know, pedophiles will get their hands on the shit anyway, you know? Like, that's not, like, a good thing to say openly when you've, like, made a fucking mistake like that. But is it, you know, true that pedophiles, regardless if it's dead links, are going to get their hands on shit? Yeah, it is true.
Oh, Hoojin, like, you know what's worse?
But twisting the narrative like you do a knife in his back is just like you're asking for fucking trouble that way.
Do you know what I think? I'm gonna say it now. If Slug is... You know the way Slug is disabled, right? So, if Slug is disabled, then Hoojin, you are retarded. Because...
Yeah, because...
Yeah, go
Oh,
ahead.
you go.
No, you go ahead. I went blank there. Save me.
If Slug is disabled, you are retarded, Eugen, because you are doing this deliberately. Slug, it could happen on a whim and be fueled by emotion, and he might not have much control over it.
Like, oh my... Like... Oh, okay.
Me,
Right.
this is again, this is just
You claim to have control of all your faculties, yet you do some of the most stupidest shit ever. That's my definition of a retard. Not someone who's disabled, someone who knows better but chooses to do the fucking dumbest shit imaginable. Kind of like redneck NASA. Like they just put a bunch of gasoline and burning wood and light a match,
Still work,
thinking
though.
they could launch bottle rockets.
It still worked, though.
Yeah, but they singe their eyebrows and everything else off.
What do you expect? They're from the south. These are the same people who got fucking excited over artillery. Which is rightfully so, but anyway.
information that's been shared based on another video. I explained this to him and he understood that concept, right? And then about a month after that, he then began saying the same thing again and began saying, like literally the same excuse, the exact same excuse.
Because Slug probably woke up one day, realized that you're a retard and ignored you.
Or, you know, Eugen did something that reignited the fucking incident yet again. And Slug's like, you know what, fuck it, might as well just say it.
Like, oh my god.
Because that's what happens, like, day in and day out, like, with Slug. Whenever he goes back on, like, certain things, it's usually it's usually started from the same person doing the same stupid thing that got him pissed off in the first place.
Like, he's so fucking...
He's calling me this, even though I cleared this up with him previously, right? He begins running around to like people. Yeah, he runs to like D-Max and Mitch from Now Recording, and he's like, Hujan calls me a pedophile, and like they actually buy it.
Listening to him.
Because you fucking did! I'm gonna keep explaining this until it gets through to his fat head. You fucking did call him that indirectly. You're like, does he not? Do I need to baby explain what actions and consequence? No, Dev, you can explain to actions have consequences to this clown because I feel like if I talk to him, I'm gonna fucking kill him.
And I mean, here's the thing: it's similar to what happened with Steve with the whole 14-year-old comment that Augie made a stream over. Like, do you not think that sometimes that when some people say things and word it the wrong way without the proper context, it's going to be interpreted one way and it could be exploited? to make him look like a pedophile, kind of like what Steve was doing with
Oh,
those CP
DD,
links.
no, we're not watching the whole thing. We're getting up to around the 50 or
60-minute.
60-minute mark, and then we're fucking done.
They're buying it. That's on
Yeah,
them.
yeah,
Yeah.
they buy it. That's what's sad. That's the saddest part about all of this, right? Is that the people, the ones that he like gets surrounded by, they actually buy his bullshit, and I
It's
find it
weird
insane
how,
because like
oddly, it's weird how they think that they have
not
a
pausing it
superior
here.
like status. It just
Well,
it's so weird because they're not. I mean, they're not really a big channel. They've been
Yeah.
around for a little while, but like the way they act like they're the gods of this whole community. Sometimes it's
Okay, I'd like to point out big channels. Big channel, and even my one, 102. Big channels. But no, like I hate this whole moral grandstanding of like, oh, they're so much bigger than us, and they're trying to talk down to us. No, Ruby, you're such a colossal moron that you can't fail to see the own fucking hubris in your statements. Like,
it's on and off. It's not
I
every
would-
day.
yeah,
But they act
I
like they have some kind of like authority. It's funny. I don't even know how they got this idea in their head.
I won't lie, I'm very happy with the way that Matt Pitt came out about like his thoughts on Slug because again, a lot of people have like tried to give this guy like some credibility, and
He's
I
done
knew
that before though. Matt Pitt
Yeah,
has.
no. Hear me out, though. Hear me out. Like, again, I know he's called him out before, and he's always called out Slug. Like, that's the thing I think a lot of people didn't understand was that, like, when the Now Recording episode happened, where Slug was on there, and they was, like, going through all of his dramas. Did you end up watching that episode that I sent you?
I saw clips of it.
Okay, so...
Like,
I
people
love
sent me
how
clips
he's
of when he was
stuck in
talking about
Matt
me, and that's it.
Pitt's
I know
cock
that
right
that's
now.
oh, because that's all
I mean-
fucking.
I mean, after his horrible performance with Sin on the Now Recording stream, it's just he's been trying to, suck off Matt, and he's like, Matt made this great point that everyone else has like made about Slug. Everyone has called him out. Everyone knows his fucking MO. Tommy C, Xylee, Tipster even, unless if he's gonna go back on that shit again. Like anyone within commentary, anyone who knows who Slug is, has called him out, knows the fucking dealio with this guy.
Yep.
And you want to act like Matt Pitt is the savior of commentary because he got it just right.
Oh, exactly. It's like,
Yeah, you're also agreeing with Maya that they should be fucking canceled.
Dev just said, "Hi, you mean Hugin didn't understand that MP had done it before? Now he's acting like he knew all along."
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing with Eugen. It's like he has a list of people that he has to suck off for like clout and whatnot.
Well, evidently it's not fucking working. Well, anyway.
I mean, I'll get into that in a second. I'll get into that in a second. But I just want to quickly say, it was very clear that throughout that interview, Matt's intention was to actually show Mitch and D-Max, like, no, look at like what this guy does,
Yeah.
look at what he's capable of, and you should be like staying clear of this guy. Like that was clearly Matt's message in that situation. I felt that vibe. I even put it in the comments at the time. Like if you go back and look, like my comment is there from when I first noticed this, and like I gotta say, like it's. For me, more people were very ignorant to that episode, and the things that he admits to in there. So, like, he admits to sharing CP links, right? And regardless of whether these were dead links or not, he believed that they were real.
And we've gone full circle. Once
And do you
again,
know why he believed they were real? It's because it was tied to the Rohan situation.
but once again, we've gone from I've never called him a pedophile to I think he's a pedophile.
I think he collects CP. Well, who else collects CP other than, a pedophile? Well, there's
Maya.
the FBI and CIA.
But there we go. We've gone full circle.
It's like, I mean, what else are you going to call him there, Hugin? Like, there's only three options: pedophile, FBI, or CIA. And I doubt the two other options there are federal agencies. I doubt you want to give Slug that kind of legitimacy.
Okay, we're gonna dart past this.
So that's where the problem lies. Is again, you can sit there and say fake links,
Yeah, those
like,
particular
but-
links, they're not just something that you open. It's on your
Again,
browser.
like-
They download on your computer.
Well, that's the thing. Like, yeah, he would have had to have downloaded those on his computer.
No,
or
no,
something
no,
like
no,
that.
no, no, no.
Like,
Fuck that. They do not download onto your computer. They are not download links. They are page links.
Yeah, they're not
They
executable
open
files.
a fucking web page. Yeah, it's not an application. It's not something that just automatically downloads.
Ruby.
Like, what the fuck?
Wait, Ruby, was that a pseudo confession?
I guess.
Hey, yo, everyone in the
If-
chat.
I mean, if she wants to be like the expert in this, and it's like it's a downloadable link, okay? Did you download it?
What do you mean by that, Ruby? What do you mean by
Is it
that?
on your hard drive?
Hmm.
You're saying it's on Slug's hard drive.
Now it explains why her and Maya are so close. Okay, anyway. Oh, by the way, just for reasons, I'm not saying you are one, Ruby. Trust me, I'm not. All I'm saying is that you need to work on your phrasing.
And here's the thing, Ruby. If someone fed you that kind of information, how do they know? Are they tech literate, or did they have that happen to them?
Again, he talks about like stuff that he has no idea what he's talking about. So like he speaks about like virtual machine as if like that's like his protection and stuff like that. But if you don't know how to use it correctly, or if you don't know what you're talking about, then it's useless. And the reason why that is because people like him will justify doing that on a virtual machine without actually realizing that you still have to give that virtual machine 50 gigabytes of storage to actually store the operating system and any files that you will download on it.
How do you know?
You don't have to give it. You don't have to give it a set allotment. You could set how much you want to give it. That's the first thing. And secondly, there are things called like BleachBit where you can like clean your hard drive of shit. I'm sure Slug knows all about that too. So the idea of you getting evidence or the cops being able to recover it through computer forensics is pretty much out of the window at this point.
I'd like to point out that this person has not said a fucking word in a while. Like, what in the...
At least have like an external hard drive or whatever, you know.
Well, that's it. That's it. Like again,
sus thing number 2. Sus thing...
Well, here's no. Virtual machines can't work off an external hard drive. I've tried that. It doesn't.
Alright.
you would need to still be storing those files onto a place, which would then make you in possession. And regardless of whether they were fake or not, he believed that he was in possession of what he considered at the time CP, which
The
that's
whole
the
virtual
point that
machine excuse, that is terrible. Like more people need to call him out about that.
it's frustrating that these people come around him every time that I've called him out on this stuff, and they're just like, oh, but like it's clear that he's just being stupid. But for a guy who's been involved in so
Okay.
many situations, right, one after the other, where it's like CP, these are like constant, one after the other situations that he's been involved in. Like, there's a level of sus here, right? Like, am I wrong in thinking
That's
that?
No, you are wrong in thinking that, because you won't think that Maya or Ruby are on a level of sus because of all the wrong shit that they've done.
Yeah, and on the level of sus here, again, is that you're getting all your information from Steve, a guy who left out the fact that those links came from a Payspin site of people who were looking into a guy named Rohan. That's the sus part about it. And then you try to take a fucking clip of where he's talking about Rohan in a stream, sending him shit, also to paint him as a pedophile, which, you know, again, you're not doing yourself any favors here, Hugin.
Oh, we're dealing with fucking donkeys, man.
Raping kids a lot. That's
He
one
is
of
very
his favorite
sus.
things to talk about.
Yeah, like again, it's like he just non-stop, 24/7. It's his thing, right? And that's what's again, I think that's weird to a lot of people as well.
And you know,
it
he
just
shamelessly
feels-
lurks on people's Twitters. He uses bots and everything. And
I don't
no
think,
shame at all.
yeah, I don't think he understands that in the real world, like nobody like likes that behavior, like just running around. Like again, that kind of name where you're running around calling people the P word, right? Is not the sort of name that you call anybody unless it's actually true. Like that's my opinion anyway.
I want to
And
batter
here we
him.
go.
I want to batter him over the head with a table leg. That's how angry he's getting me now. He's just backtracked again, hasn't he?
It's like, it's something you don't call someone unless if it's probably true. Well, insinuating is the second best option for you, Hugin.
Oh my god, this guy.
But here comes the contradiction. Here comes the contradiction I mentioned earlier.
Oh, here it is,
About-
boys. Alright, let's hear it.
That's how you get your ass beat in the real
Yeah,
world.
that is like I'm not kidding, right? If somebody called you this in public, and this is a point that like Slug doesn't think about as well. It's like at some point this kind of stuff is going to end up having real life consequences, and he doesn't realize that. Again, with a lot of the stuff that I do, it's nowhere like it's not malicious. And again, I'm an act. I think a lot of people understand that.
Okay, pause it. Real world consequences for saying shit about people online. I'm sorry, Hugin, what did you say before about you giving your information to some dude that lived close to you who wanted to come beat your ass for the shit you said about him?
Hugin, you're
Yeah.
such a bona fide 120 carat pillock.
I'm sorry, but Slug's information's out there. If anyone wanted to beat his ass for calling him Slug calling them a pedophile, they would have done it by now, right?
Oh,
Right?
he's such a plum.
I mean, fucking Lucky Phil was the one who got him the first time, and then there was everything else. Like it's beyond fucking ridiculous at this point. Like Eugen, you suck at making arguments. You can't remember what you said like 30 minutes ago.
It's no wonder he argues on Twitter. Because if anyone were to hear him fucking verbally, they'd laugh at him. Alright, we're almost
And here's
there.
the thing. Yeah.
The 60-minute mark, people, is rapidly
Here we go.
approaching.
This is getting into us next.
Oh,
Like,
it's
the next
us?
20 minutes.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully he says something nice about me, which he probably won't because people can't disprove my arguments.
And it's almost frustrating that, again, you have all these people that support it. And if you gave somebody like Slug a platform and was like, here's thousands of people, you go ahead. Can you imagine how many lives he would destroy?
You know
Oh,
what's weird? We were in a Twitter space together for a while, and we were having a little fight about Maya, and somehow, some way, he decides to waste like an hour and a half of my time. He even brought Tipster in. Well, actually, Tipster saw himself in. And all they wanted to talk about was striking videos.
What?
Striking YouTube videos. So he,
Again, if they're going to
he
sit there and
took the
talk
role
about
of
you,
the
like,
victim. Like, I'm some like piece of shit who's trying to destroy his YouTube channel.
You
And these
are.
people were just talking amongst themselves and like trying to make me feel like an asshole for
listen,
about an hour and a half. And I'm like, we're
I
not
think-
even talking about this right now. What the hell is even going on? Like,
yeah, I think
That's
this is a
what I'm
much different situation in comparison. They hear the word striking videos and they just instantly think bad, right? But the thing is that, like, again, if you are a content creator striking down videos because somebody's had a bad opinion about you, then yes, that's wrong, right? But when you are consistently making videos on people that aren't even fucking content creators, right, and you're doing it over and over again, and I mean, like, me and you, Ruby,
hey, he was showing
both know.
personal things, like my chat logs.
Oh, no. Fuck you,
Wait a minute,
you
wait a minute.
piece of shit. Wait.
Okay.
I just want to say this really quick for everyone here. That is the most straw man argument I've heard in the longest fucking time. Because what is happening here is that they're basically trying to create fluff for fucking Maya taking down videos about herself.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. If you're a fellow YouTuber, it's wrong for you to strike down another YouTuber's videos because they make arguments or nasty comments about you. However, if you're quote unquote a private citizen, which I'm pretty sure an OnlyFans model or a whore in layman's terms,
I'm not gonna argue that.
isn't so much a private citizen as they are a public representative of the whore community. I don't think they have the right to actually do that kind of shit.
Everyone, Maid of Honor has joined back.
Not to mention, Hugin, you've uploaded several of Slug's videos whole cloth without any fucking alteration, so he does have the right to fucking strike you for stealing his content.
Like Hujin, like not even Hujin. I'm gonna say that Ruby. First of all, you've just proven that you and Maya were false flagging videos. You've just fucking proven it now with it in
Makes sense when
4K.
Maya got Makes sense when Maya got upset with Ruby, and Ruby had to post a public thing where it's like, I apologize because I spoke about Maya's stuff and that wasn't like my right or something to say.
Yeah,
yeah,
well,
about
no.
the underhanded actions that Maya takes against like anyone
So
who talks
everybody-
about her, like how she flagged Now Recording, Jessica Pizzle,
Oh,
fucking
true.
Slug.
So real quick,
Like-
everybody in the chat, right? Everyone here, let it all be fucking known that Maya and Ruby have practically admitted right now, because Ruby just done it on Maya's behalf, they've practically just admitted that they false flagged videos.
Yeah, I mean it's no
Let it
no
be
secret.
known before Eugen takes down the fucking video or clip.
Oh,
or
it's
cuts
too
out
late. This has
clip.
been live streamed, so this important section is going to be up forever. Alright, so let's get into it now. We're in the final stretch, people. The moment y'all been waiting for. Alright, here we go.
From that private chat.
Ruby, me and you both know how far some of the stuff that he has said has gone. I've heard this guy say that fucking Maya should be fucking raped.
Gang
Like,
rapes.
Yeah. Again, this is like really twisted, sick stuff, and I can't imagine the.
Remember when Maya said she wanted to beat and fuck 10-year-olds?
And leave them in a puddle of you know what. So I'm not going to disavow Slug.
Like, once again...
And didn't Maya also say like super anti-Semitic shit as well in that server?
Oh
Let's
yeah,
not forget
she
about
did.
that shit too.
We still have logs about that, but the most
Yeah.
shit that she was going at Dan for was basically alluding to him being a pedophile because supposedly they met when she was 12 and he was like, well, I guess in his early 20s, and it's just like a convoluted fucking twist of the tale yet again.
I swear, these people, they can't lie straight in the bed, bro. Like they
Yeah.
they can't do anything right. They literally. So let's do a recount before we get to the end, right? We're gonna do a small little recount. So far, Ruby in particular has admitted that she's a piece of shit. Hujin has admitted that he's dumb as pig shit. And on top of
Think
that,
shit's smarter
they
than
have,
him.
and at this point, they have collectively admitted, yes, we false flag videos that we don't agree with.
And Pikami is just sitting there quiet as a church mouse because Hyujin will hit her if she speaks.
Yes, it's at
Just
this
like his wife.
just at this fucking stage. Like this is why we said we're getting to the 60-minute mark of this video, because everything that we need to prove is right here. So let's get into it.
Wait, you only made it 60 minutes?
Yeah. Oh, you think we're gonna
Yeah.
sit here for 2 hours?
Kind of stuff that, like, obviously the insults and things like this that you've come under. It's like, for me, the
Well,
fact
I
that there's
can't
any
strike people anyway because I don't have like a channel to do that. All I can do is report, and I kept playing stupid to try to get these people to explain what they were talking about.
You can make one, and you just admitted to manipulation too. So everyone, she's a lawyer, borderline criminal stalker. She's a doxer, and now she is a certified, admitted manipulator. I love this job.
I mean, Deb pointed out that she lies about her ethnicity, so,
Oh yeah,
when we
she.
get
Oh,
to that,
Didn't she
could be a
also
little-
lie about having like issues or something? Because I remember it was told to me like, oh yeah, someone else had an issue, and then like a few weeks later, like she had the same issues or something
well,
very
we'll
like
get to
similar.
that. We'll get to that. We'll see if it pops up.
Acting like they didn't
that
know,
sounds
just so I can get them to
familiar, but I'm not
over-explain everything.
sure.
And it all boils down to the fact that they love being outraged, and they found something to be upset about. And instead of talking about the subject at hand or the actual point to the entire like exchange or the Twitter space in general, they wanted to find some little petty reason to just act like they have some sort of superiority and like they're right.
Is that
and
not
wrong.
spagging? That's spagging.
Yeah,
That's
it is.
spagging. Like, in my opinion, that's spagging, right?
And
you
the
know-
people that were involved in that conversation was only texted her for a second. He was in there for like 5 or 10 minutes. And Leah showed up.
Oh, that explains everything.
There you go.
It took an hour and a half of my time.
The
trying to,
sledgehammer,
go on
guys.
and- And before she showed up, me and Slug, he was like, "You fucking retard," doing a typical Slug. I'm like, I can't hear you. Show me proof. Like acting like a toddler.
Yeah, 100.
So it's acting like a toddler when a man asks for proof. How is that acting like a toddler? You're meant to provide proof if you've accused someone of a crime.
Oh.
You're supposed to
Yeah.
provide proof. That's fucking
I mean,
basic.
well, I
A
will-
monkey
Hold
would
it, hold
know
it,
that.
hold it. Hyujin must be a toddler then, because he's been asking me for proof about where did I beat my wife? Show me, tell me.
Yeah.
Like, show me the police report.
I mean,
It's like, where's
I
the
will
proof?
say, if they're going back to like how Slug used to be with his proof, he used to always say like "shut up and prove it" over and over, which I get can be fucking annoying. But he has the right to ask for fucking proof. He has the
Yeah, I
fucking right
mean,
to ask for proof, regardless of how
here's
he
the thing.
asks.
Someone who's making an accusation should have the proof,
You should have
regardless, because
Yeah, you should have
the
the proof to
burden of
back it
proof is
up.
on them.
You know what? I'm just gonna say this, right? So, Dev has inspired me to say this next thing. Well, she's put it in chat here saying, "Newsflash, Ruby, I am superior to you." And I'm just gonna say this. I'm gonna flex for a bit. I am superior to every single one of these motherfuckers in this video. Every single one of them. I've dismantled Ruby a bunch of times. I've dismantled this fucking gomless prick, Hujin, a bunch of fucking times.
He's a cuck.
And you know what? Hell, I might just go and pick on fucking Steve again for the fun of it. The point is, none of you bitches have ever fucking responded to me, and you've acknowledged that I exist because, Ruby, you've been in my comment section, so why don't we just admit it? I'm better than you.
Yeah. No, I still remember the time when I like was going back and forth with Hyujin that one morning, and then like fucking Ruby, I commented to Ruby, it's like, hey, when she's like, oh shit, what was the fucking like tweet that she made? Or it's like Sen surrounds himself around like a bunch of like pay pigs or whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
then-
5 mommy pay pigs, a Discord mommy, a jilted ex-girlfriend named Redsky, and a bald-headed side bitch named Gigi Evans.
Yeah, no, I still remember I turned around and I told her, like, oh, hey, Ruby, I think it's time for you to like, take your schizophrenic like medicine. You know how you get without it. And she finally said, oh, Mage, you're on a stinking boat with no like life See something?
She really called Gigi Baldy's Basics.
Bruh.
Here's the thing. Like, I know where they got that comment from because I told Steve one time, I'm like, I shave my head because I hate my hair. That's where they get the whole bald-headed bitch thing from. It's like, I hate hair.
All right, let's go.
We know that. We
Screaming
know
into the
that side.
microphone.
But
Do you know
speaking,
what's crazy? She's a self-admitted spurg, right? And she's just like, I'm proud of it, and it's just like nobody's cheering that on. You look like an idiot, and like just because you admit it, it doesn't make you look any better. You'll have your little simps that will get around you because they want to look at your tits. But outside of that, there's realistically nobody looks at that.
I don't
because,
even know if anybody really is into
I mean,
that.
I don't know how anyone could find that attractive. She looks like a man. She looks like a man, Ruby.
Because of her
Like, man.
tits.
Like
Oh,
a complete
wow.
man. Like that's the thing here. Right?
Sometimes
It's
it's like
like,
playing your beard, like Will. you know, because you got the mustache. And, well, the 5 o'clock. Like that would be so embarrassing. Ooh,
she,
I can't
she's
imagine that
cool.
happening to me. I mean, I have strong features for a girl. I have like high cheekbones. I have a big jaw. I'm kind of tall. I'm built like a brick shit house.
And you got
So-
crow's feet.
You also look like Hector Salamanca from Breaking Bad.
And you dye your
That's
hair,
why, yeah.
so you probably have grave roots.
Yeah,
By the
and
amount of
you
times
use
you
filters
do that.
like a motherfucker for every photo of yourself.
She probably cakes on makeup like it's fucking nothing.
What?
Fucking
Yeah, like
makeup
she's a clown.
Fucking clown,
Like-
yeah.
Here's the thing, like, the amount of shit that Ruby has to do to look even presentable just shows, like, how much of a cover-up there is to who she actually is
I'd
as
like
a person.
to solve the puzzle.
It's basically a metaphor for it.
I'd like to
Or not
solve.
a metaphor, but,
I'd like to solve the puzzle.
Allegory?
yeah, allegory.
Well, Gigi, I would like to solve the puzzle. The answer is full of shit.
Ding!
And now I will take my $10,000 and I will go to Bermuda.
Okay, well, I'm Pat Sajak, and this has been Wheel of Fortune.
You you don't get to pick where you go. They randomly give you a location.
Oh, great! So I'm gonna get sent to fucking Zimbabwe now. My
Shows
luck.
how true of like Wheel of Fortune fans you guys fucking are.
Oh,
God.
fuck off. Anyway.
You don't even get to pick. You like
You
look like a
spin
chick,
the
though.
wheel
Like,
and you
yeah,
get
Yeah,
a
again, you look
mystery
like a chick. Like,
location.
that's my point in this. Is like that's just
There's
like
no
with Leia something, right?
defiance.
Is that it almost just feels like, and this was the funniest part about it, right? Was that like this was a meme that really she did not like. Well, sorry, I need to get my pronouns correct. He did not like originally, and I almost feel like they had no choice but to play into it. No choice. And it's just like that right there was just like the cherry on the top for me. When
Yeah.
that person then goes, oh, this is something that's made me mad for ages, I now have to accept it. Yeah, you accept that meme, bitch. Like, that's hilarious for me. I was so happy with this. And she's like now coming out like my was it HRT medicine and
Yeah.
things like this.
Yeah.
Like,
I
and
feel like
like,
she's lost her identity because she's not like a tipster's goth mommy anymore.
no, she went to
Wait,
Wait, hold on,
Andy,
Pause it. Hugin is taking claim for the Leia something being a man meme. I'm sorry, but that was like way before Hugin's time.
What do you expect? He's a
Like-
glory hound. He has to take what he gets.
Like, I mean, Leia something was going at Redsky for a little bit, and we all were making the joke that she looked like a man. This wasn't something that Hugin came up with. This isn't something that even Salvo
No.
came up with. This is something that, like, on first appearance, given how they behave, you would think that they were a man.
Now, Hugin's probably the guy that like will contribute a little bit of effort, like saying like a school project and contributes a little bit, but then takes all the fucking credit.
You mean like Cartman?
Yes, exactly.
It's like, Jimmy, I was the one who made the joke. You don't have to do this.
Anyway.
Worsky, I think it is that she's trying to simp to now. And the funniest part is that like they'll disavow this guy in 6 months, and I find it hilarious. And the guy is literally ignoring them because he realizes, oh my god, these guys are idiots.
Maybe I'm not really following the situation as hard, but I can't figure out what Tipster did to her to piss her off.
Nothing.
It's
Again,
literally-
listen.
It's literally just because all of her idols don't like Tipster right now, and
Yeah.
then also
Yeah,
because
probably.
Tipster associates with Keffels, and,
Listen,
and they're like,
oh,
oh, that's
that's
woke, that's so
I got
woke,
something really funny though.
woke
I've got
now."
something really like.
No,
because, you know, they're supposed to be
no.
Well, that fucking aged like milk.
Okay, Ruby, let me catch you up here. Leia something has, these things called principles, which you should really look into having at some point in your life. She had a principle stance about Keffels and deplatforming, which is something that Maya and you are completely in favor of when it comes to now recording, as well as Hugin. She saw what Tipster was doing, going to Keffels and siding with them over the commentary community as a red flag moment in her principles. And she
Right.
stood on her principle and disavowed Tipster and said that either he's gone over to the dark side or he's just grifting and it's going to cause a lot of headaches. And she didn't want to have any fucking association with that shit. I'm sorry, but you're wrong here. This isn't an example of like all of her heroes and commentary are against Tipster now, and she's just some fucking lemming following them off the cliff.
Yeah, alright, let's go.
Friends, not just like parasocial friends.
No, exactly. And all the stuff that she's been dunking on Tipster for, it's like that stuff she defended him for like years.
Just listen.
That's what I was saying
Yeah, yeah.
earlier. When you're not friends with someone anymore, and you start dunking on them for stuff that you defended them about,
Listen,
it's gonna make you look like a dumbass.
Ruby, they wasn't even friends. She didn't need to disavow him. She had no involvement with him. She had no reason to disavow Tipster. None, right? And
She just
disavowed
smelled
him.
blood in the water.
Yeah, that was it. Like she just wanted to like have her little moment, and this is somebody that literally, again, you know, bigger content creators won't touch with a 10-foot pole. You know, only now recording, and that's it. And it's just like the thing is that I guess like when that's a reality, it's just like you can run around screaming over the internet how you're this sledgehammer and you're this person that calls out everybody. But when your call out is just, you know, saying, oh, you know, I am calling out retardation, and like that's what she says. Or sorry, he says.
That's what I do, though.
That's what Hugenberg claims to do as well.
Well, Hugin should change of occupation. Because he's shit at it.
Constantly. You know, I find that kind of crazy. Me personally, I think anybody cheering it on or anybody who finds that kind of behavior attractive in the slightest must have some kind of like psychotic disorder, right? Surely.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
you're
bullshit.
all going after
Yeah, again,
Maya,
it's just
so-
strange. It's just strange behavior.
I think we've got a little bit off topic. I
Yeah,
wanted to go
yeah,
back.
we talked about it.
Definitely.
Okay, we're
I wanted to go back to like the whole slug defenders thing. And speaking of slug defenders, we have to talk about the whole like Sen thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
let's talk about Sen, right? So, like, this drama, right? Let me just tell the audience about this. I basically
Here
said
we
that Austin
go.
No Powers had a W against Sen, and then his little fan base, right? His little, well, not really a fan base, this little group. Yeah, he doesn't really have a fan base. He just has like Discord friends, right? And that's it. And what he does is he will then send his Discord friends, but he ended up blocking me. And I think I know why he blocked me. And a lot of people, again, you know, they try and say that this guy's like something, right? But the reason why this guy blocked me, and I know exactly why you did it, Sen. And I'm gonna talk to you directly here. This is so much fun for me. I won't lie. I'm gonna go over this post, Sen, right? That, you know, my good friend Ruby here was good enough to post yesterday, which I'm not gonna lie to you was like such a highlight of my day. Like I
You
really.
talk so much shit about me that I don't know. I just kind of feel obligated to just give him shit now.
Yeah,
I feel like it's my duty to, you know,
just give him, just do it all the time.
give some shit every once in a while.
Yeah, like,
Just
like,
don't forget.
deserves it, right? So, like, I mean, I'm currently on a post right now that you posted, and this was, I don't think it was me that, I mean, I think there was part of it where, like, he knows full well that I'm being told, like, all of his, like, little secrets and stuff, right? But there's also a portion to it where, like, I said that before about, like, being told his secrets, and his little buddy secrets, and then you come along with this post right here, and suddenly I get a block, and he runs, right? So, the post here says, he has 5 sorry middle-aged woman pay pigs, 1 lonely Discord mummy who acts like a res dog, then a simp. And all the others are just there for the autistic memes. Oh, I forget about Redsky, the ex-girlfriend that he friend-zoned, and the bold side bitch GG. What a crowd. And for me, that was hilarious. I thought this was fantastic. Now, something in that post bothered him very clearly for enough for him to run and block me.
Didn't you run and block Gigi, though?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
ran
he
and blocked
did.
Gigi first. So
Because
really,
here's the thing: Hugen ran and blocked me first. Then I showed Sin like, oh, what a bitch, and then Sin blocks him, and he tells him to like unblock Gigi before I unblock you.
I still can't believe you didn't block me yet.
You know what's
I'm
fucking
hurt.
hilarious, right? They'll talk shit about you guys, but they won't touch me with a pole. Are y'all noticing that? Are y'all noticing how they keep ducking me?
I mean, Eugen called me a fucking spurg, and I was like, bro, I want to fucking fight. Let's go. Like, I was fucking.
I mean,
I just find it
here's-
funny that that they're all ducking me, though. It's like, they'll go after Sen and all that, but when it comes to me, who just gets right down to it and makes all these points, it's like, I get ducked, and I love that, because it's like, you want to talk about cowardice, Hugin? Well, cover me then, and prove that you're not a fucking
mean-
2-bit bitch.
Here's the thing: like, who are the 5 middle-aged women? Like, who are his pay pigs? Like, can you give us some names here, Ruby? I mean, the only 2 I could think of that even come close to that fucking definition are Dev and Dee Dee. But you've already singled out Dev as being the fucking Discord mommy. So, like, who are the other 4?
Have you noticed how
Yeah.
terminally online they are, though? They think that that's, like, a super good insult, and it annoyed everyone so much. Like, go and fuck some grass, bro.
I love like their fucking insult against me because it's like it's not something I haven't said in public. Like I've shaved my head because I hate my
Oh,
hair. Like
Sin.
I've said that.
Bald.
You remember that? Oh, Sin, I'm learning about all of your little secrets. Like, that's not a secret. That's just
It's like
falsities.
public information, or well, some of it is. Like for me, like being bald or shaved head, like whatever you want to interpret it as, like that's something I chose and wanted. So how's that like a secret?
Because they're fucking retarded.
Like how's that embarrassing? Like calling me Sin's side bitch when I've joked about like being his second in command on stream several times.
I just feel like that they have no right to diss you guys, right, when they keep ducking me. You know what I mean? Because, like, It's like, so how come you'll talk open shit about them, but you'll duck me? It sounds like you're intimidated by me because, especially with Ruby, because I know that they know I exist, right? I know for a fact that they know. Because Ruby wouldn't have left that comment under my other video if I was being ignored. You know what I'm saying? So I know they know about me, and the fact that they keep fucking ducking me is just legendary.
May.
Balls, balls.
It's like, and
Well, at least I don't have to go jabbing people's eyes out. I can just burn them from their sockets.
and you know what? And you know what the best part is though about it, right? The fucking best part about it is it just proves how much of how they practice fucking selective targeting. You know?
Yeah, and
'Cause it's like they-
how much effect like their insults have is practically nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Like I still have that open invitation. It's like, make a video on me, Hoojin. Like, do it. I bet you fucking won't though, because you know a lot about the other guys, but you don't know shit about me, and that's what's fucking annoying you. Well, anyway.
So
Damn,
what do
dude,
you
send
think in that post that you read
I
right
think
now?
he's honestly
Nation
terrified
chat.
of his Res Dog Discord mommy.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding.
Like,
Back that up. Back that up.
Oh, hey,
you
yo,
want to hear
Dev.
what?
in that post bothered him very clearly for enough for him to run and block me. So what do you think in that post that you read
I
right
think
now?
he's honestly terrified of his Res Dog Discord mommy.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding.
Like, again, like, I mean,
Okay, so she's unabashedly not ashamed to say like that kind of shit. So it shows like the kind of people we're dealing with here.
Yeah, so like they want to talk about how they're on the morally right side, but they'll justify open fucking xenophobia.
Xenophobia, yeah. And here's the thing: Ruby is also claimed to be Native American.
Look at her
herself.
skin and tell me she's Native American.
The only thing read about her is the hair dye.
Yeah. It's not even natural. It's like straight up like Ronald McDonald red.
Yeah,
It's
we're just missing
so
the golden
bad.
arches and the diabetes on her.
All right, we're almost there. We're almost done.
do you know what I ended up finding out, right? Because like
I
my
don't want
good
to take that
friend.
moment. But
This-
no, I
this is
think
like-
one of the reasons why he blocked you is because he realized that we're, you know,
Yeah, that's it.
working
It's
around
going
not being
forward.
serious.
He's rotten, right?
Yeah.
And I think like when it comes
But I
down
want
to
to say one thing though. There are a lot of people in his actual Discord community that are cool and they're funny and they're easy to get along with. I specifically name those people because those are generally who watches his content, like the people that are in the chat, you know. So like if you went into his Discord and you started like hanging out with those people and stuff, there's more to it. There's like nicer people in there. But
I get that, I
ones who
understand.
watch his YouTube channel, the ones that are in his chat, those are the ones I'm talking about. The,
I-
little 10, the 10 people in his chat.
Okay, okay,
But here's the
hold
thing
it,
I've
hold
noticed,
it.
right? That like, you know,
There's a lot of people in the Discord server who know that you're a lying snake, Ruby. So I don't think you trying to play favorites and separate like who's good and who's bad within Sid's community is gonna do you any favors.
I was like, I'm serious, bro. These bitches better call me out because if they fucking don't, I'm gonna start a fucking Twitter crusade. It's like that's what's gonna happen. It's like I'll fucking make a point of you can't ignore me forever, you no good two-timing backstabbing bitch.
What are we gonna call this crusade? The Simpish Inquisition?
Yes, the Valgarian raids. But anyway,
I've spoken to a couple of the nice ones in there, funnily enough.
Yeah.
That you talk about that, bring that up because it is an important point that not everybody over there is that, but it's just the person
Yeah, and
named
they're not all
person in the
like
spotlight.
tryhard
said.
supporters either. They're just there for the memes.
Well, here's the thing. Here's something really funny that I find hilarious, right? Our good friend Steve told me about this, and I thought it was hilarious. He even sent me over something else as well. But the person that he was dating was like sat there with like clearly in hospital or something. And he was e-dating this person. And then on top of that as well, there was a My Little Pony freak. So is Sen into My Little Pony? Do you think? Like, is he
I'm
into that?
You know,
Kind
to be honest, I didn't really know that he was a slut. Like, he hides it really well. Like, he keeps it, like, under wraps
Okay,
from
hold it.
everyone. But apparently he's a big slut. Apparently he's got bitches.
Apparently.
what?
Bruh.
Alright. Now this whole little My Little Pony thing, I don't know where they're getting this fucking evidence from, and somehow it links back to Sin. Also,
Is
I've
it-
never heard the story of Sin dating someone who was in the
No,
hospital.
look, listen. This is what they're doing, right? Listen, I told y'all.
Wait,
I
are
to-
they misconstruing the thing that happened with fucking who was it?
No,
the
no.
microclip thing with
no,
the fucking
what
My
they're-
Little Pony?
No, what they're doing is.
Yes, I think so.
What they're doing
my
is no.
God.
Hold on. What they're doing is like as I said near the start of this, is that when they can't find anything credible, they make something up and then they run with it. This is what they do every single time when they can't find any proof on someone. They'll look around for something, they'll latch onto a rumor, and then they try to make it reality. That's their bread and butter. It's their magnus operandum.
Don't you mean modus operandi?
Magnus operandum. Yeah, shut up. I appreciate the help, but shut up. But yeah, that's the point. Anyway,
Hold
But-
on,
Might be
the
wrong. They
fucking
might be
DD
men
for
behind.
pay structure is not native whatsoever, at least any I've seen. It's because I honestly think Ruby's the type of person to do like the ancestry thing, and then get like 1% Native American and immediately deem that she's completely Native American.
yeah, what's
I've
Oh,
seen
wait a
people
minute.
that
So
fucking
she's-
do that with other cultures.
So she's like basically Christian, like the one drop of blood rule is like
Yeah.
the fucking exception.
The 1% of her fucking of her shit is like Native American. She's like, well, I'm Native American.
You know what's funny, right? Is that if I was editing this as a normal video, and the minute I would have heard that whole Ruby calling Dev a res dog, I would have added in that scene from The Sopranos. I think you might know it, Gigi, where it's like, oh! And then
Well, I mean, here's the fight that we're gonna have since you brought up The Sopranos. It's gonna be like the Christopher Columbus Day episode between Deb and Ruby.
oh yeah, but
I
look,
don't watch The Sopranos, so I don't understand any of this.
oh, jokes aside, we'll continue.
lolicon accounts, but bitches.
He's got
Might be
pictures,
Millie.
right? But they're all online.
He's like
They're all
middle-aged
online.
Dragon City.
Every
don't
single
know.
relationship that boy, and I say boy, right, little boy has had throughout his life, right, has all been relationships, and that's what's hilarious.
He still okay. No, hold on.
up, Eugene.
Number one, he still gets bitches. Number two, he doesn't beat his wife if he gets one. Number three, he still gets more bitches than you.
Number 4,
Number
he's not a cuck like you.
Number 5, he's quarter black, so calling him boy is very, not a good thing.
Racist.
Eugene.
Oh shit!
Number 6.
Racist.
Number 6. He actually, this is like a blooper from one of Redski's streams. He actually got caught having sex with a woman on the microphone.
What?
So congratulations, you've played yourself, you terminally online lonely
GG.
bitch.
Sen has a message. He's live.
Yeah, Sen's live. Well, we're about to finish up here, so that's actually
Yeah,
perfect.
tell him we're almost dead.
Yeah, Sen, we're almost dead. Well, you could tell him yourself. You're in the same thing as me.
No, because I just have the chat up, okay? Jeez, I just want to tell GG.
All right. Anyway.
Fucking God.
To me, it's the fact that this guy already got caught out for, I guess, being horny on Discord, right, with somebody that he ended up sending lolly, right? That's
I was
Jared,
trying to
right?
be really careful and delicate with him because I thought that he was a lot younger than what he is. But he's old enough. Like, he's.
And there it is, people. There is the lie. We've looped back around now to where they're like the whole lolly shit. Do you all see what I mean when I say that these people, they can't find any proof, but they'll run with the lie because it makes Sen sound bad? This is what I've been trying to say from the moment I got a part of like the Sen crew, I guess you could call it. Is that the minute they can't find anything that's sourceable, they make it up, they pull it out of their ass, and then they try to make it sound credible, all up until GG or Sen disproves it, but then they keep fucking running with it because they know that there's going to be an idiot that will believe anything.
No, I will say,
Again.
like, so they don't have anything credible against Sen. Like, they don't have any, like, criticisms. The only thing they fucking bring up after they, like, talk shit and, like, oh, yeah, hey, we're gonna debunk this, it's debunked, and all of a sudden they're like, oh my god, well, she shared lolly with somebody. You
Honestly,
shared lolly.
Gigi,
Well,
honestly,
here's the
real
thing.
quick, Gigi, I'm going to let you finish, but do you want to just wrap it up here?
After I get done
Yeah,
with this a
go
little
for
bit. Because here's the thing, like, when I looked into the claims against Sin, the whole lolly nonsense, I did a deep dive and tried to go as far back as possible and look at all the evidence, including what Dean had presented, what his friends on Kiwi Farms had put up as corroborating proof that Sin was the one sending these messages back and forth. However, the only corroborating proof they had was him interacting with this Jared person on their Twitter account, not on Discord. And here's the thing, those are two different accounts. Anyone could change their name on Discord to Sin. In fact, the whole thing is they didn't even have corroborating evidence that this was Sin's account on Discord. When I pointed that out, We had some other a few other people came out of the woodwork, like Hey Yo Dipshit, who tried to pass off like this fucking screenshot of Sin and his hash number within Nick Rekieta's server, and it's just some dude asking, "Why is Sin 6240 here?" And it doesn't show like what server it is, where it's being said, none of that. So we're already dealing with disingenuous actors who are still trying to pin this on Sin because they no longer have their blackmail because their docs on him was fucking bullshit. Steve knows this. Kayla knows this. Aura knows this. Crow knows this. And here's the thing: the reason why that stream still stays up, Eugen, is because Dean, instead of getting someone who was like tricking men and minors into dating them online for stupid bullshit, Dean let that person go and focused all of his energy at going at Sin because Sin had cucked Dean in the past. So just like what Eugen is doing now is what Dean did in the past, minus all the coke.
All right, so that's a good place that we're gonna end this. So here's the final verdict on Hugin. This is the fucking final one. If you want to annoy him, all right, tell him he has been branded as a simp by order of the Simpy Blinders.
Also, just call him a wife beater.
And call him a
Yeah.
wife beater. Let the world know who Hugin really is. Show the world that he's not this paragon of virtue. So with that, we've all had fun here, but that's pretty much where we're leaving it, because if we continue, I'm going to get brain damage. So don't believe a word that Ruby says. She's about as credible as a liberal arts student. Don't believe what Hugin says, because he's about as credible as fucking Biden. And we will see
I
you
kind of want
all.
to sit through this.
We will see you all in the next one.